Health benefits and clarity in your corner. Call 724-799-8873 or go to onehealthbenefits.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
21 and overcast at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A winter weather advisory starts this hour with 1 to 3 inches of snow expected. A wind gust as high as 35 miles an hour is possible. Also, a cold weather advisory will start at 1 a.m. with real field temperatures dropping to around 18 below zero. Another video is released in an effort to return Nancy Guthrie to her family. A day after Savannah Guthrie and her 2 siblings pleaded for their mother's return in an online video, her brother Cameron posted a second message.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward in the search for Nancy Guthrie. A 20-year-old man is dead after a shooting in Fayette County last night, and now the search is on for a person of interest. State police say it happened around 5 p.m. on Dunlap Street in Uniontown. The victim, identified as Lamar Thompson Jr. Police are looking for Braden Dickinson, an 18-year-old they say is armed and dangerous. When he was 14, Dickinson was charged in connection with a fatal shooting in New Kensington. More than $270 million federal dollars are headed to projects across Pennsylvania, with millions earmarked for Allegheny County and Cranberry Township. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has details.
Senator Dave McCormick says the funding will support public safety, infrastructure, and economic growth statewide, with a strong local impact. In Allegheny County, the money includes upgrades to police and fire training facilities, storm and wastewater systems, blight removal in the Mon Valley, and major improvements to Ohio Riverlock and dam infrastructure. In Cranberry Township, $1 million is set aside to replace aging water lines along Route 19, a key commercial corridor. McCormick says the goal is keeping federal tax dollars working in Pennsylvania communities where they're needed most. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 760 points now, 49,669. The Nasdaq up 163, and the S&P is ahead 68 points. In KDKA Sports, tonight's high school basketball game of the week, Gateway hosting McKeesport. KDKA tip-off starts at 6. Also, the musician headlining the alternate Super Bowl halftime show is coming to Burgettstown in June. Kid Rock's tour scheduled to be at the Pavilion at Star Lake on Saturday, June 20th. General ticket sales start Friday the 13th at Ticketmaster.com. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Time to call Highwood Cemetery to ensure your family's grave sites are protected now and in the future. 412-766-6600. 21 and overcast in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-511-5493. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-511-5493. That's 800-511-5493. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Marty? The rush hour is easing off. We always like when we get to say that on a Friday to help folks out with the commute toward the weekend. Parkways west and east just have minor delays inbound and outbound near their respective tunnels, so things have eased off nicely for folks there. We had some earlier traffic slowdowns around an accident on 51 northbound approaching the Liberty tunnels, but that has also eased off, so just traffic light delays on West Liberty Avenue and 51 Sawmill Run Boulevard behind the tubes. We had the HOV lanes closed all morning long because of the impending weather. PennDOT's going to focus on the main line of its highways for the foreseeable future here as we move through the day. We'll certainly keep you posted on whether or not that will be open for evening rush hour or as we head into next week. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory from 1 a.m. tomorrow morning through 10 a.m. Sunday. The rest of today will be cloudy with on and off snow. Untreated surfaces can be slippery, the high 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation between 1 and perhaps 3 inches. Then very windy and turning sharply colder late tonight with flurries, the low 3. AccuWeather real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So a local family-owned bakery hires a guy who has all the paperwork, who's a political refugee, who would be murdered if he went back to Nicaragua. He would be murdered if he went back to Nicaragua, and so would his wife and kids. And the local bakery does the right thing and hires the man. ICE snatches him up, and they have him right now. And it's insane what's happened. It's become incendiary, and it's become a national story to the point where the influencing morons who think they have a voice because they're cute say crap like this that goes viral on social media. Listen to this. Listen about Oakmont Bakery. It's ignorant.
Asking me to take my Oakmont Bakery video down. This message was not from the bakery itself, but by someone who says they are personally affiliated with the family who owns the bakery. The message basically asked me to remove my video because they do not want to draw attention to this because these people are afraid to come to work, and that drawing more attention to the bakery is counterproductive and irresponsible. I want to be so clear. People are not afraid to come to work because people are talking about ICE and calling out ICE. People are afraid to come to work because ICE is terrorizing our communities. Silence is what allowed this agency to escalate to this level in the first place. The bakery has been extremely supportive of them. That's great. And they did release a statement through a lawyer today with a little message down here from Oakmont Bakery, basically saying Jose was one of the good ones. But here's the thing. Everybody knows the owners of Oakmont Bakery are MAGA.
Lie.
Everybody knows it.
Lie.
I'm sure the owners of Oakmont Bakery feel bad, but they need to sit with that feeling because this helped it happen. He continues to go on and say the safety of Oakmont Bakery's employees who are here legally is at stake when people profit from spreading these narratives. I am not profiting off of calling out Oakmont Bakery. Second of all, I actually got fired from my full-time job for doing this.
I'd fire you too.
Do you want to talk about profiting off of spreading narratives? Every presidential election, Oakmont Bakery does these cookie polls that tend to attract an overwhelmingly pro-Trump consumer base.
Because Trump won.
Because Eric Trump was literally handing them out. But as I mentioned in my first video, Trump always wins the cookie poll, even years when Pennsylvania goes blue. And I say this so that you can see the type of...
That's enough. She's 12 years old. Yesterday, she was doing her makeup during the video. Today, she's showing her breasts. I'm serious. To which I say, is this as good as it gets? It's the ignorance of that narrative. All they want to do is sell friggin' donuts, man. All they did was hire a hardworking man who stood up and did the right thing. And now the narrative is you're a MAGA bakery. Mark Sorreo, gotta make you sick.
Hey, Marty.
Gotta make you sick. Gotta.
I just can't. I'm trying to just ignore all that rhetoric. It's absolutely outrageous. I have zero interest in talking about what I believe politically.
Right on.
I've never supported a political candidate in my life. I love all of my customers, Republican, Democrat, and anything in between. And I don't care. I don't honestly care what people, I'm a real American. I don't care what people, but I don't think people are crazy for the way they vote. I can't imagine that half of the country is crazy. So, or evil. So like I said, everything she says in there.
I've been in your bakery with Rich Fitzgerald, Democrat, Dan Honorado, Democrat, Ed Rendell, Democrat. I have been in your bakery with Republicans. What the hell's what is this crap? You're a MAGA bakery. It must make you sick. This crap that you take aside.
J.D. Vance visited the bakery during the campaign when the cookies were being sold. The idea that I have any kind of pull to invite the Vice President of the United States into our bakery is you're crazy if you think that at all. So again, I respect everyone, and people like her, I'm really trying to just totally ignore and pretend they don't exist. Because, like some of the things they're saying is the bakery's slow now, that we're lacking business. We're so busy. That's what we should be focused on is the business and our employees.
They want you to fail.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, then they would then the people that want us to fail, if we failed, they'd probably do a GoFundMe page for us.
Right. Hold on, though. We got to get to something very, very cool. So, the young man taken is one of the hardest working people Mark's ever hired. He also hired his wife, who is amazing. And she sent this magnificent letter to us and wants the public to hear. And my man Patrick just put this letter in social media, and Patrick is going to read the letter for us. And by the way, you pointed out, we see this magnificent woman whenever we're out there doing live shows.
We do. We absolutely do. My son works out there with her. He loves her. He loves Jose. The whole family's fantastic.
All right, so read the letter, please.
So here's the letter. I put it out. It's on our Facebook and our social if you want to read it, on Instagram as well. It starts out, my name is Harriet Alvarez, wife of Jose Hanley Flores. On behalf of my family, I address the Oakmont community with the utmost respect and gratitude, thanking each and every one of you whom God has used to support us in various ways. We deeply appreciate what you do and pray that God will bless you abundantly for everything you've done for us. I also want to publicly thank Mr. Mark Sorreo and each member of his family for opening the doors of their bakery, giving us the opportunity for employment, and welcoming us as part of their family from the very beginning.
Beautiful.
Throughout this time, the Sorreo family has been our mentors and guides regarding the legal procedures in my husband Jose Flores' case. We trust them completely, as they have always been willing to help us every step of the way in this wonderful country.
Amazing. What does that letter tell you, Mark?
Well, I mean, it didn't tell me anything that I didn't know, and we didn't, because she's in the fight for her family's life. Right. We didn't tell her any of this stuff. She found out yesterday from other employees at the bakery that people were accusing us of calling ICE, and she was furious. And she asked me if she could address it. And I said, you know what, Harriet, it's not about us. It's about you. We're fine. We'll always be fine. We're used to all this kind of stuff. You worry about Jose and your daughter, and we'll be fine. And then she sent that letter last night. And I mean, well written. It's the kind of people they really are. Like, none of this stuff is new to us. We know them, and but it's just crazy, people keep texting us, and Tony and I, and my feeling. My daughter was in tears last night. She's in college, and she responded to a post, and my son called, and I didn't see it. My son called and said, "Just take it down. Everybody knows you love Dad," And but they're just so hurt over it. But it's kind of like you grow up in the world and you realize that people focus. People like to focus on the bad stuff. Well, so it's a shame, but we're good.
Here's the beauty of our relationship, because we're brothers, and we've seen the magnificence of what we can do together. You bring a cake to a veteran who's literally on his deathbed, and there's a full group of veterans in there in full uniform, and they're crying over a damn cake. You bring a cake to a young woman with cancer, and it makes her smile for the first time in 6 months. You deliver tens of thousands of baked goods a year to charities and nursing homes to make a damn difference. You keep a local shelter open that supports battered women. In other words, you give a damn. And you don't let this horse turd crap get in your way, sir. And that's why I love you.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. We appreciate the support. And again, like I said, it's unfortunate that the haters make it about us instead of about who it's really about, which are these great people.
Hey, 1 second. I got to mention two things. I just got a text from two people. Senator Dave McCormick, who is right in the middle of this. He says, we're drilling down on this, Marty. We will have a response immediately, and his staff member. Very complex issue. We're working through this, and we will definitely get involved. The same thing from Congressman DeLuzio. Sir, we will get to the bottom of this. We will make this happen. I appreciate your courage, my man.
That's everything, Marty. Thank you so much.
My man, at the end of the day, all you want to do is sell damn donuts, brother, and make a nice cake.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Mark Sorreo, my brother. Go get him. You know what my man has? You know what he has? What you cowards don't have. Courage. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, Marty, is these extreme cold temperatures, of course, still challenging public works crews relating to ice and snow removal. And so it was issued by DPW for Pittsburgh earlier this morning. They're temporarily closing Maytide Street in the South Hills from Route 51 up to Biscayne Drive. They're doing that in about 45 minutes, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. today, due to severe icy conditions. Sounds like you want to avoid it in the meantime. Anyway, there will be no traffic permitted as DPW crews work to get that ice out of your way and make that road safer for you. Elsewhere on the commute, just minor delays, so things are rolling well, no accidents. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This weekend forecast brought to you by KFC Bowls. 5 different bowls to fill up 5 different ways. In Pittsburgh, Saturday's going to be breezy and bitterly cold with clouds and sun and a high in the low to mid-teens. Remaining brisk and very cold Sunday with clouds and a few flurries, the high in the upper teens. Go to KFC and get a whole lot of bowls for a whole lot less money. 5 delicious bowls for just $5 each. From the classic famous bowl to Chef Matty Matheson's bowl and even more in between. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
We have this wonderful deal with Oakmont Bakery called Cakewalks. Woman's turning 100. Sorreo and the folks at Oakmont make her a bespoke, custom-made, custom cake, anything she wants, and then we deliver it on her birthday. That's what makes Oakmont Bakery special. Plus, you know, everything there is
Congratulations. Elevate your sleep experience with an adjustable bed and make everyday activities like reading, watching TV, and working in bed more comfortable. At the Original Mattress Factory, we know not all adjustable beds are created equal. You want one that has the features you actually need, like anti-snore and zero-gravity positions. We offer high-quality adjustable bases paired with a hand-built mattress, all at a factory direct value. And we have product in stock and ready when you are. Visit an OMF location to elevate your sleep experience today.
This report brought to you by Kalshi. Trade on anything. The big game is here, and now you can trade on football legally nationwide on Kalshi. Right now, New England is trading at 32% to beat Seattle. A $100 trade pays out $289. Use code FAN to get $20 when you trade 100. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything. Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This just in from Dave McCormick, the senator. It's a tough call for them, by the way. You could argue right now, within reason, that ICE is doing their job, that they took Mr. Flores legally, that they are holding him legally, and that he would have legal hearings within the detention center. I have talked to several immigration lawyers. He came here 2022, he had a 2-year window to clean up this mess and did not. I'm not picking on him. But what happened was people settled into, oh, this is cool. This is how this is going to work. But by the definition of the laws, it isn't how it works. And so now he has to prove, number one, that he's in danger if he goes back to Nicaragua, and he probably is. They're killing people over Bibles. And number two, that he can get a longer stay here. They've got about $100,000 donated from you folks because you care, which is cool, to defend that. However, one immigration lawyer tells me he's out of here, can't win. Our guy, Joseph Patrick Murphy, says, no, he can win. He's got a case. So, this from the senator. Senator McCormick supports enforcing our existing immigration laws, securing the border, and restoring order and effectiveness to our immigration process. We're aware of recent media reports concerning the detainment of Jose Flores by U.S. Immigration and Customs. We're in contact and seeking information on the situation from the Department of Homeland Security. They're not taking a side. And why would they? Honestly. If he takes the side of Mr. Flores, guess what he does? He spits in the face of Donald Trump. Just saying. And that wouldn't be pleasant. Phil, go ahead, man. Thanks for your patience. Phil waited so long he fell asleep. My man, Phil. Here's what troubles me. The rhetoric. The threats. I don't, in my mind, considering what's happening in our lives, whether it's your kids' utility bills, whether it's your mortgage payment, whether it's your pipe burst and your basement's full of water, right? Whether it's your grocery bill, whether it's your insurance coverage, the cost exploding, whether it's cancer treatment. Considering what's happening in the world and the way the world is spinning, why do you give a flying rat's ass about whether or not Oakmont Bakery is supporting this man? Why are you calling? Folks, they got thousands of, they got called Nazis. They got death threats. They got people saying, I'm coming down there and hurting someone. They're selling damn donuts, man. I sit there with my wife at night, and I go through some of the comments on my social. It's actually kind of fascinating what's happened to myself and to Patrick, because we have so much response. We had 30 million people last month. So what we do is we insulate ourselves and isolate ourselves from the terroristic threats. Quite frankly, unless you say, I'm going to come to your house and shoot you, which they do, and then I call the cops, I ignore them, and so does Patrick. That ain't a fight worth fighting. What we embrace are the folks who say, hey, tell me how I can help get that woman's heat back on. Hey, give me that address so I can go over and plow that house. Hey, let me fix the plumbing in that house. Those are the emails I embrace. My brother, Chris, who's my boy, and his wife, Ann, who I love to death, they made us dinner a Sunday night. And my brother, who is the greatest man ever, says to me, I hate these people, man, on your social media. I get so angry. I said, bro, stop it. Back up. Walk away. Focus on the greatness and the capacity to make a difference, and screw them. I will not be buried in that rhetoric from people sitting in their underwear in their mother's basements on a computer screen. I will be buried in the joy of a man calling me today and say, hey, my man, let me write a check to help that woman get her heat turned back on. Another email, guy saying, hey, can I drop a couple $1,000s by there that you can use to help people, that you and Patrick can hand out? What I admire and respect is, without Mark Sorreo, a woman's shelter that's pretty close to where we're at, where they protect women who could be murdered, would not be open. It would not be open. Mark writes them checks. Mark keeps them going. And in essence, Mark saves lives. But what do? Because you think Mark either hired the wrong guy who you think's illegal, or you think he fired the wrong guy, which is also a lie. You call his bakery and threaten to hurt someone and call him a Nazi. Take a big look at your idiotic self in the mirror and think, why am I doing this? And if you can't answer that question, you got to stop, man. Right now, please stop.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. You ever wait way too long for a haircut and finally get one and think, why didn't I do that months ago?
Oh, yeah. Suddenly you're walking taller, smiling bigger, and feeling like a new person.
That's exactly what it feels like when you finally replace that old roof or deck. You don't realize how bad it looked or how much better it could be until it's done.
And when it is, your whole house feels fresh again.
Give your home that clean-cut confidence with a new deck, roof, or siding project.
Call the Cousins.
Call the Cousins.
Zero Rez's month of love sale is on. Not only is your carpet one of the biggest investments in your home, but it's also the biggest air filter. If your carpet hasn't been professionally cleaned, you're breathing unhealthy levels of nasty dust, dander, bacteria, germs, and all that stuff over and over again. Lucky for you, Zero Rez is going to spread the love to you and your home. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned, starting at just $119 and take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Book online at ZeroRezPGH.com and mention KDKA.
Breakfast burritos for the morning brainstorm. Easy Cater. Paninis for the lunch and learn. Easy Cater. Barbecue for the clients from Boston. Easy Cater. Brownie boxes and mini bundt cakes for Brenda's workiversary. Easy Cater. One simple platform to feed any size group with food they love from favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Easy Cater. All the food for your workplace, all in one place. Start an order at easycater.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, it's Ryan Quaranta, host of On the Money, every Saturday morning, 8 to 9 a.m. on KDKA Radio. Retirement planning doesn't have to be stressful. Each week on our radio show, On the Money, I'll guide you through topics like building retirement income plan, minimizing taxes, and protecting your hard-earned savings. Join me this Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. on KDKA Radio. Let's make your retirement plan as simple and stress-free as possible. That's On the Money, where retirement planning meets peace of mind.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
21 and overcast at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The family of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie is renewing their plea for their mother's kidnapper to contact them. Cameron Guthrie posted a second video Thursday, hours after investigators said they don't have proof 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is alive, but they do believe she's still out there. CBS's Anna Schechter has more on the investigation.
The ransom note clearly is the most promising lead in this case, and we are in a holding pattern waiting to hear about the return of DNA samples that have been tested. We want to hear about potential fingerprints, footprints.
The FBI announced a $50,000 reward for information leading to Nancy Guthrie's recovery or the arrest and conviction of people involved in her disappearance. Police officers on their way to an unrelated call spotted an overnight house fire in Allentown. Now, the Zone 3 officers saw heavy smoke coming from a home around 2:45 a.m. This was in the 300 block of Knox Avenue, and they made contact with the person inside who made it outside safely. Firefighters quickly extinguished flames on the first and second floors, and an investigation into the cause is underway. A state lawmaker wants Pennsylvania school days to include a mandatory recess period. With more on that, here's News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
Democratic Representative Danielle Friel-Otten of Chester County says she plans to reintroduce legislation that would give students a 30-minute recess and a 30-minute lunch period each school day to help support students' mental and physical health. She says recess gives kids a necessary break for physical activity, helping their social and emotional development. Right now, there is no recess requirement, and sometimes recess and lunch periods that are on the schedule are missed for things like detention or to make up missed work. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 802 points, about 1.5% in early trading. The Dow right now at 49,710. The Nasdaq is up 212 points, about 1%, and the S&P is up 76. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:31. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Wesley Financial.
The first step to winterizing your home, winterizing your insurance policy.
That your insurance is completely up to date.
Bankrate Shannon Martin says your homeowner's policy can cover damage from frozen pipes, ice dams, and heavy snowfall.
If your roof caves in or if your pipes explode, your insurance company will probably cover that damage.
But you must know the rate of coverage and stay on top of winter maintenance. I'm Rob Hart.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
Look, cancer is evil. I mean that. Lost my sis, Barb. I lost one of my best friends, Jeff. However, I got to say this. I'm alive. They saved my life at UPMC. And new data suggests that 70% of folks that get cancer live 5 years plus. It's a miracle. We got to have hope. We got to have faith in the doctors and the greatness and the kindness at UPMC. Life-saving. Life-changing information. Harold Shepley. People are getting their tax returns back. Should they use that to pay off their debt? Or you have any other suggestions, my man?
Yeah, Marty, a lot of times people, they'll take that tax return and they try to pay on their debt, but it's not enough to handle everything. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. So instead of wasting that tax return, they need to leverage it by calling my law firm to do either a debt negotiation or a bankruptcy.
Go to ShepleyLaw.com. Had a young lady at our house last night, 2 years at CCAC, transferred to a top-tier school. No cost. 2 years, CCAC. Talking to my son last night about CCAC has a dual enrollment program for 11th and 12th graders. You get college-level classes and credits at CCAC, get the college experience, and they all transfer. CCAC rocks. CCAC.edu.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Guys, the best thing I did in 2025 was get a new garage floor from Comer and Cross. It completely transformed my garage. It's given me new space in a new room in my house. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get in touch with the great people at Comer and Cross. But hey, better late than never. And right now, they've got their preseason sale going on. Comer and Cross, you're going to get a phenomenal price, and they're going to install it when you want it on your terms. They make it so simple. It's cold outside. They're going to take all the stuff out of the garage for you and secure it so you don't have to do it yourself. They fix all the cracks perfectly. And the best part is all of this gets done, and I know from personal experience, in one day. So go with the pros at Comer and Cross. They don't subcontract out. Call them now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR and lock in your preseason price and installation when you want it. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is if folks are using Google Maps to try to travel on I-79 northbound, north of the city, you're going to get reports that the road is closed because of a couple of accidents on 79 northbound. I am looking at those roads live with the PennDOT cameras. They are moving slowly, but they are indeed open. Now, we do have a couple of accidents. Looks like we have one northbound at mile marker 70.9. That would be in the Sewickley Hills area. Also, possibly another one for you right around mile marker 70.2. In both cases, vehicles are off of the road. But if you are getting redirected by your GPS because of a road closure, we're not seeing that the road is closed. Now, that's not to say once more crews arrive on scene that there won't be a closure. Please take it easy. We have changing weather conditions that are obviously impacting traffic. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cloudy the rest of today with intermittent snow. Watch for slippery spots across the area, the high 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation between 1 and perhaps 3 inches. Then very windy and turning sharply colder later tonight with leftover flurries. The low 3, real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Fabulous February savings at Coons Market. Pork shoulder steaks or roast, $2.79 a pound. Cantaloupes are $1.99 each. And Hers potato chips or pretzels, 7 to 16-ounce bags, 3 for $7. Come see us at Coons.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Here we go. We've reached the end of the week and more snow today. So that's that. But anyway, we've got a show to do. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6 on this Friday. Hello.
I got this is fascinating as we have more snow headed this way. Because you know what sucks? I get now 50 videos a day from old folks still trapped in their friggin' driveway from last week's snow. So this is just piling on, man. And I know we like to give the city accolades that they worked their ass off. I don't care how hard you worked if my driveway's still blocked and I'm falling on ice. It's annoying as hell. It just is, man. It's as if they gave it their best effort for 2 days and then said, hell with it. It's so annoying. And they're ill-prepared. And by the way, if you listen to Andy Amrine from, and he's the man, and he told us this yesterday, everyone's real low on stuff. Road salt supposed to run out today. And all the other things used to fight these wars on the streets. But what really irritates me, so we had a letter carrier on from Sheridan, this wonderful woman. How many times did she fall in a day, Patrick? Did she say 8? She fell 8 times, right?
8 in one day.
And she made it very clear that there are a significant number of streets they still can't park on, right? And she made it very clear that most sidewalks and driveways aren't plowed, so they can't do their damn job. She made it clear. My man, Steve Mazz, who's one of my boys, one of my favorite people, represents carpenters who do amazing work in this town, and his leadership is outstanding. And he lives in this area, and he made an observation that is a friggin' home run. And what it is obnoxious, and it's these outside idiots, these investment bankers, these venture capital groups that bought up these towns and the houses And when the snow falls, they say, screw it. And I mean that in the nicest way. Steve Mazza, good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. I'm doing well, my friend. How about you?
Your observation nailed it, sir. It's ignorant to assume that these idiots who own 1,000 houses in Florida give a damn about the snow on the streets in Sheridan, right?
No, that's right. I mean, I'll give you an example. Back 2008 when we had the recession and all that stuff, subprime foreclosures on a lot of houses. In Sheridan, there were over 200 of them. I did a study with the PCRG, me and this guy, we walked around, Sheridan, and there was a lot of LLCs moving in and buying up these properties. So
yes.
I took a ride around this morning over to where she delivers mail, and there's a lot of the streets are clear. Don't get me wrong. She did a good job down in those areas, but like a lot of these Section 8 places, there might even be some scattered site county housing places, and the sidewalks aren't clear.
Even now, Steve. Even now, a week later.
Even now, there's multiple places, and I could see what happens with the mail, the mail carrier, that you have to walk around sections of sidewalk on the street, and it's hard because everything turned to ice after it warmed up the other day. So she's having issues for sure, and I don't know who lives in those places, but they're either lazy or they're LLCs or Section 8s or whatever they are, or they can't do it, or they're elderly. I mean, but it's a problem over here.
You make several observations. So we're now what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're almost 2 weeks past the big snowfall.
Yeah.
We're about to get hammered again, Steve. And a significant number of houses have sidewalks that are still impassable. So that's not acceptable, is it, Steve?
No, there's one across the street from me. It's a 5-unit apartment. The sidewalks have shoveled. Me and the neighbor, my wife, we shoveled. I had an electric snowblower, so we did a bunch of the sidewalks and a bunch of stuff for the neighbors that if I could plug in, So we did that. But a lot of other places, they're just not done. And, I mean, this guy bought a house next to me, and he's going to Section 8 it, and he owns about 85 houses in the city of Pittsburgh.
Whoa.
And he's from Florida.
So he don't give a damn about your sidewalks?
No, he just throws his garbage from remodeling a house in the backyard, doesn't clean it up. They have to call the city.
And there's no repercussion. So it kind of gets to a point where they should have someone saying, hey, my man in Florida, I'm going to fine you $10,000 a day for the 100 houses that you won't plow, shovel, or salt because you're creating a public nuisance, and make a statement with that by enforcing that, right? Right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of other issues besides the snow. When you don't clean up your garbage, you have more skunks, you have more animals, and over here there's been a litany of skunks everywhere, and all that stuff that goes with it.
And are some of these properties vacant, or some of these properties have folks in them?
A couple are vacant, but most of them, look like there's people living in them. What I saw this morning.
So why the hell don't they get out and shovel?
That's a good question.
People, you know why, my man? Because you give a damn and they don't. Honestly, Steve.
Exactly. Look, I know. It's a shame.
Steve Mazza, thanks, brother.
Have a great day, my friend.
So what happens with the LLCs, and this is a massive story across the country. They have bought thousands and thousands they own communities now. Penn Hills is one of them. And when they own them, they don't give a damn about them. My daughter lives in a house in Oakland, a bunch of sorority girls. They had a mice problem. Owned by LLC in Florida. Do you think he gives a damn about her mice? No, really, do you? Because I know he doesn't. Because we had to get lawyers to send demand letters to Mr. Millionaire in Florida, sitting in the sun, who owns over 100 homes, for him to do his damn job. At some point, someone's have to spank them, fine them, shut them down, because they own thousands of properties that they don't give a damn about. And they should. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we're getting calls from tipsters, thank you much, who are letting us know that not only is there an issue with traffic on northbound I-79 as you travel between Mount Nebo Road and the split with 279, southbound is also crawling as well. So we've seen some bands of snow move through the area, and obviously some slick conditions have been created. We have our eyes on the area with the PennDOT cameras, and we have a couple of vehicles off into either the median or off into the side of the road. Traffic is moving in both directions, even if your Google Maps or your GPS says it's not. However, it is backed up and it is very slow, so you would want to avoid the area if at all possible, and certainly take it easy out there, folks. Things are changing as far as traffic and weather goes. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Every family vacation looks different. Maybe this year it's ocean waves in Myrtle Beach. Maybe it's lake mornings in Deep Creek. Maybe it's palm trees and turquoise water in St. Thomas. Wherever your next memory takes you, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the space, comfort, and experiences that bring everybody together. And when you book direct, you get the best homes at the best price without the extra fees. Start planning your next trip at SWAC, SWACK vacations.com. That's SWACvacations.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Y108 presents Odyssey, The Night Before, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, starring Jason Aldean.
Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? I'm Jason Aldean.
Wednesday, April 22nd, inside the Event Center at Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. You can't buy a ticket to this show. You can only win your way in. Details at y108.com. Brought to you by Broken Bow Records. Must be 21 plus.
Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. They attack it and work it, and it works. Call today. Monroeville Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. Folks, my favorite town to visit, Oakmont. Here's why. The Lot at Edgewater. Carnivores. The Pub at 333. Hofstadt's. Great restaurant. Great food. Great service. Cigar bar at The Lot. Oakmont is a town you can walk around. You can enjoy it. You can park. There's no problems. It's a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere with great food. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, 333, and Hofstadt's. Amazing food, Oakmont.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The immigration controversy involving Oakmont Bakery and an immigrant from Nicaragua has hit the fan, drawn national media attention, created viral moments on social media, and a lot of BS. But when it comes to Congressman Chris DeLuzio, there's no BS, just action. My man throws himself right in the middle of this stuff, and he's right in the middle of this one. And he joins me live this morning. Good morning, Congressman. How are you?
Hey, Marty. Good morning. How you doing?
This one touched a nerve. I could tell by your post, sir.
Yeah, look, I think a lot of your listeners, I'm sure, saw the same kind of video I've seen and things on the news. Jose Flores, ICE took him, arrested him in front of his kid, his 8-year-old daughter of his. He has, by all accounts, permission to be in this country, a lawful work permit, has no pending criminal charges. And so I'm asking the basic questions that I think a lot of the community are asking is, what the heck is ICE doing? And why are they trying to not just arrest this guy, but remove him from the country and separate him from his family?
And, sir, what has happened is the rhetoric has blown up to the point where they've actually tried to destroy this bakery, calling Mark Serrano a Nazi, saying that he fired the guy and turned him into ICE, which is a flat-out, bald-faced lie, sir. That's the danger of this moment in time in America, isn't it?
Yeah, things can pop off in aggressive ways. And my understanding is they're helping with a lawyer for him.
Oh, yeah.
And look, part of why when I jump in as a member of Congress to ask questions of ICE or an agency, it goes to the public has a right to know what's going on. And when I think any agency, and ICE has been doing this now too much and too often all over the country, when they hide information, when they're trying to, whether it's masks on the faces of officers or not answering why they're taking people out of our community, it breeds distrust. The public and guys like me get angry, and I think rightfully so.
Congressman, not to be flippant or vulgar, but do they give a damn, ICE, when a Democratic congressman calls them, sir? Do they give a damn when you call?
I have no idea, but here's the thing. My constituents, I've represented, and I represent Democrats, Independents, Republicans, you name it.
Yes, sir.
They deserve to have a government that cares about them and listens no matter their party politics. And I think that's a basic thing we should expect of our government. My first term, Joe Biden and Democrats were in the White House, and now Donald Trump and Republicans. It doesn't change my oversight job. And we should have a government that doesn't look to your political party when it comes to answering basic questions about what they're doing to take away somebody's liberty.
Mr. Flores' wife wrote us a compassionate letter today, thanking for the support and thanking Mark Serrano. What is your plan, sir, in terms of what can you do to try and drill down on what the hell's happening?
Well, number one, we need answers, and I think the public attention here, and you're part of that, it helps because, look, this isn't just a party politics thing. As you know, Oakmont is not some 90% Democrat or Republican community. It's pretty evenly split.
Yes, sir.
And yet there's real outrage about what's happened here. And I think this administration needs to wake up about the abuses that we're seeing under ICE and get back to listening to communities and local cops who know how to do good policing, which is so different than what we're seeing out of these federal agents across the country.
You know, we crossed this line with you when you're you had your life threatened for doing your damn job, had to bring in extra security, had bomb threats. at your offices. Now the rhetoric has turned on a friggin' bakery, sir. Calling them Nazis, threatening to come down there and hurt someone. Sir, what the hell, Congressman, is going on in America? Seriously, what?
You know, look, I'm not going to lie and say it's all hunky-dory. It's not. We've been divided in this country. But it's not new, and we have been able as Americans to get through it. If I didn't have optimism about this place and our ability to govern ourselves, I'd be in the wrong line of work. And, again, I'm not going to sugarcoat that things aren't divided. And I'm facing, even myself, right, an administration that's willing to abuse law enforcement power. But the American people are good and decent. We can govern ourselves. We will get through the worst of this. And that's a piece of optimism I think we all got to have. And it requires us to do work, to be committed to this country, to do the hard work. But we will get through this.
I've known Sorrell for 20 years. He's my man. In this video that went viral, the woman screaming, "This is a MAGA business." What the hell is a MAGA business, sir? What the hell does that mean about Oakmont Bakery, sir? Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, you know, look, and my understanding here is they're helping Mr. Flores' family out with the lawyer, which he's been working for them. I would hope businesses with the kind of means to do that would do exactly that. And look, you're in the media world. There's a reason you go get the facts.
Right.
And I think it's important for all of us to remember.
My man, at the end of the day, they're trying to sell donuts and cakes. You know what I'm saying, sir?
That's it.
And they have 200 employees that they support. You know what I'm saying, sir?
Yeah.
We need to get back to the truth here.
It's delicious stuff, too, I'll tell you.
I love it.
You know.
Chris DeLuzio, you tell us how we can help, sir. We're all in. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Marty.
All right, Congressman. My man went at it on Facebook, saying he will get to the bottom of this. Stepping up. McCormick, the senator, love him. Love him. Promises to drill down on this. Has to be a little more careful about the rhetoric. But he's engaged. All right? Love it. Love getting people involved.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp. And they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Luro from Secure Money Health. Let's be honest, Medicare can be overwhelming. That's why I created the Ultimate Medicare Book, a clear, no-nonsense guide to help you navigate every twist and turn of Medicare. I'm here to empower you with the insights you need to secure the right benefits for your health. Don't let uncertainty slow you down. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com to get started and reclaim your confidence today.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Take a break and come out with us tonight. Not tonight, man. Come on.
You deserve a night out. You're going to miss out.
Miss out on what?
While you stayed home, they won big. They celebrated. They got the suite, stayed up all night, and made memories. And you weren't there. Some nights are too good to sit out. Rivers Casino. Don't miss the moment.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
21 with overcast skies, scattered light snow showers. At 11 o'clock, I'm Paul Rasmussen. A winter weather advisory is now in effect, with 1 to 3 inches of snow expected and wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. Also, a cold weather advisory starts at 1 a.m. Real field temperatures could drop to 18 below zero. Another video is released in an effort to return Nancy Guthrie to her family. A day after Savannah Guthrie and her 2 siblings pleaded for their mother's return in an online video, her brother Cameron posted a second message.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
The FBI now offering a $50,000 reward in the search for Nancy Guthrie. A key participant in the deadly 2012 attack on a U.S. compound in Benghazi, Libya, is in custody. Zubair al-Bakush was brought to Joint Base Andrews early this morning. During the announcement, Attorney General Pam Bondi put other terrorists on notice.
If you commit a crime against the American people anywhere in this world, President Trump's Justice Department will find you. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen. You can run, but you cannot hide.
Al-Bakush is being charged with murder, terrorism, arson, and conspiracy in the attack that killed Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 other Americans. Bondi would not explain how Al-Bakush was captured because the U.S. is going after others involved in the attack. Allegheny County is rolling out a new plan to address the housing shortage through an executive order. With that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
County Executive Sarah Innamorato signed the Housing for All executive order, creating the county's first unified housing strategy. The plan brings together housing production, preservation, eviction prevention, and land use under one coordinated framework. As part of the order, the county will launch a new housing investment fund with the goal of raising between $50 and $100 million to support affordable, workforce, and mixed-income housing. The order also calls for a countywide housing needs assessment, expanded blight remediation, and continued support for programs like 500 and 500 and First Home Allegheny. County leaders say the goal is simple, making sure every resident has access to a safe, affordable place to call home. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
This just in, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
We've received word from PennDOT in the last few moments that I-79 northbound and southbounds both closed right now between exit 83 and Ibbot City and then exit 88, Zealy and Opal. It's due to a multi-vehicle crash, and they say that the roadway will remain closed until that scene is cleared. We'll get more in AAA traffic coming up with Ellen in just moments. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 873 points at 49,782. The NASDAQ is ahead 266 and the S&P up 88 points. KDKA Sports Hall of Fame quarterback Sonny Jurgensen has died at the age of 91. Tonight, McKeesport visits Gateway on the high school basketball game of the week. Our coverage will start at 6. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:04. Time to visit RomeMonuments.com. Life is a journey to remember. Memorialize that journey. 21. Light snow in areas. AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey, folks, Marty, why did MediConnect choose to sponsor the Warmathon and KDK Radio? Well, their folks see firsthand the pressures, financial pressures, seniors are facing every day. No senior should overpay for services that may be included in over 70 different Medicare options. There's never a fee for MediConnect's top-rated service to assist seniors in finding the right Medicare plan. Call MediConnect, 888-818-6334, or visit MediConnectInsurance.com. Traffic Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? As you heard Paul mention in the newscast, folks, I-79, and this is between the Mount Nebo Road area and the split with 279. So to the northern suburbs, it received a dousing of snow that has made things very slippery and treacherous there. So this would be around mile markers 70.9 as you're traveling northbound. We also saw another skidding accident near 70.2, multiple accidents in that area. So crews are dealing with very heavy travel. You are in stopped traffic in many places. We're getting reports, as Paul mentioned from PennDOT, that road is closed in both directions. So you want to avoid that if at all possible. A good alternate for you, obviously, if you're coming north or southbound, would be to stick with 79 and 279 to make your way into downtown. We'll have more updates in our next report. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intermittent snow for the rest of today with a high near 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation 1 to at best 3 inches. Then very windy and turning bitterly cold late tonight with flurries and a low of 3. AccuWeather real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Come with me to Get My Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
This report brought to you by Kalshi. Trade on anything. The big game is here, and now you can trade on football legally nationwide on Kalshi. Right now, New England is trading at 32% to beat Seattle. A $100 trade pays out $289. Use code FAN to get $20 when you trade $100. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
With an extreme cold watch this weekend, conditions will be bleak in the Pittsburgh area. Real field temperatures are forecast to bottom out around 25 below zero. This harsh season underscores the importance of the 18th annual NRG KDK Radio Warmathon. The fundraiser to benefit the Dollar Energy Fund provides utility assistance for Western Pennsylvania families in need, especially during one of the worst winters in memory. And it's been just a few weeks since higher utility rates took effect. So far, the Warmathon has raised more than $3.3 million so our neighbors have safe utility service. The Warmathon starts Thursday, but you can donate online now through the Dollar Energy Fund Warmathon page. There's also an online auction. You'll find the links at kdkradio.com, and be sure to join us on the 12th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and help Pittsburgh area families stay warm.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I want to mention this contest they had here this morning. Really cool. First of all, I love Bubba. Bubba is one of my favorite people. He's just a cool guy, man. He's a great family guy. He's a great host. They do stuff. Melanie's wonderful, too. And once a year, they bring in, what were there, 60 friggin', 60 pizza joints. And they come in here, man, they get like 6 in the morning. my boy, the Shuleys were here from Oakland, which is the best pizza in America. Their Sicilian is the best Sicilian in America. Shuleys, baby. And they all come in. Then the judges come in here, and the judges try 60 different pizzas, which ain't easy. I mean, I like pizza, but I like about 3 slices. But the coolness of it is the camaraderie. The coolness of it is the back and forth, the smells, the sounds, and kind of everybody gathering together. It's man, it's these things that we get to do that kind of make a difference. And it kind of brings us together. You come in here, man, and all the radio stations, the Odyssey stations are all in the same floor. And there's a buzz. And then Patrick comes in with donuts from Oakmont Bakery. And it's cool, man. It's kind of why I get irritated when people go after these businesses like Oakmont Bakery, because they work so damn hard, man. Like if you got a pizza joint, oh wow, we have David? Cool. Like Oakmont Bakery, they're getting abused in social media all over the country. It's gone viral. They're getting death threats. They're called Nazis. And the Sorreo family, and Urban knows this because he's a local guy, grew up here, and he gets it. They work I'm not exaggerating. They represent the greatness of America, man. They work 7 days a friggin' week, 12 hours a day, and never, ever say no. I swear I've given away $100,000 worth of donuts from that joint. I swear I have. Cakes, wedding cakes. Yet they're getting calls from people who don't know them that are calling them Nazis and accusing them of turning their own damn employee into ICE and getting him kidnapped, as they characterize it. I had to grab David Urban, fantastic host, commentator, fantastic background, who loves this town and loves this
Marty.
area. David, my brother, what's up?
Marty, how's your parking chair going?
Man.
Got your parking chair out in the street or what?
Hold on, man. I got to ask you about this because you get this better than anyone. The rhetoric over ICE. So this local bakery in Oakmont, they've been kicking ass for 20 years. They had an employee from Nicaragua. ICE snatched him. So now everyone's blaming the bakery, calling them Nazis, threatening their lives. David, what the hell's happened to the rhetoric in America, sir?
Listen, Marty, it's crazy, right? So this president, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, right? People in America, I think, are very kind-hearted, right?
Absolutely.
My grandparents came over from Italy and Poland, right, and settled in Oil City and Harmony, Titusville.
Yep.
Everybody's family in Pittsburgh, especially, right, should know this, right? Lots of immigration. Now, listen, they're legal immigrants. There's a big difference, right?
Sir.
Legal immigration versus illegal immigration. But we, Marty, if you were sitting, anybody listening to this radio, we're sitting in El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and you couldn't make ends meet, and you were struggling for your family, and you said, all I got to do is get across that river, take care of my family, right? Marty, you'd do it. I'd do it. People would do it. Listen, because they just want a better life. Now, I agree. They got to do it the right way. I agree there are penalties. But we shouldn't be – this is just my opinion, one man's opinion. There are so many bad hombres out there, like the president said.
Yes.
Let's go after the bad hombres. Let's go get the bad hombres. Let's round up the bad hombres, right? And then let's not go take people's nannies or people working in the bakery, okay? Maybe let's talk about those folks later. But let's focus on let's have targeted enforcement on the bad hombres first. That's what I'd like to see.
Hey, David, what the hell happened to now we got these rich white women in Range Rovers screaming and yelling with cell phones. David, no, honestly, man, what the hell happened? What's going on there, man? What?
Everybody's kind of lost their mind. This, I think it is Listen, Marty. Here's how we solve the immigration crisis in America. In my opinion, again, one man's opinion.
Yeah, of course.
Now, it requires a constitutional amendment, but the notion of birthright citizenship needs to end. Just because if you come across the border illegally and you have a kid here, they should not be a citizen, and they should not be an anchor for you then to become a citizen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the number one thing we got to fix. But if that were to occur, I believe you offer the vast majority of the vast majority of immigrants who are here illegally. You say to them, "Hey, listen, you come out. We'll give you a guest worker visa.
Nice.
You're gonna if it's 10 years, if it takes 10 years to get in from your country to be a citizen, it's going to take you 11. You got to go to the back of the line.
Nice.
You're going to have to pay a fine, $50,000 over that time, right? But you're going to work. You can pay taxes. You're not going to get, you'll be a citizen. You're not going to vote. You can come out of the shadows, right? And we'll solve the process. But we can't have this. We can't have this anchor baby. We can't have this birthright citizenship going on forever and ever, because that's the problem that I think most Republicans. You break the law, you shouldn't be able to benefit from breaking the law like that, right?
So David, hold on.
It's a constitution requires a constitutional amendment.
My man, you have the ear of the president. You're actually boys, as I say.
Well, yeah.
Does he listen to you when you tell him this stuff?
Well, Marty, that requires a constitutional amendment to change, right? So that's tough. The Supreme Court's going to rule on this at some point here, right? I think this birthright citizenship issue. I would hope that they would be wise enough to understand that's what's keeping us from getting a chance to move forward in a fashion that's better. But look, we can fix it. We can fix Social Security. We can fix most of the things that are wrong in America, Marty. You and me could fix in an afternoon over a cup of coffee, right? We could sit down but it becomes, it becomes a war. Now listen, I will say this. The two senators, McCormick and Fetterman,
love them.
Have been doing an incredible job working together.
Love them.
I will say this, I don't agree with all of John Fetterman's politics.
Why would you?
As a Republican, I don't. But he's a decent guy. He tries hard to work for the best interest of Pennsylvanians, right? And he and Dave McCormick are working together because they realize they're there to help Pennsylvanians, right? And help move America forward. So Pennsylvania is very lucky to have both of them in the Senate. They are, when I worked there, when I was our inspector's chief of staff, we had Rick Santorum. So Rick and Senator Specter worked really well together. And this is a partnership like that. Different parties, but they're doing a great job together. And look, Pennsylvania's lucky because a lot of states have senators who have no juice, no power, no intellectual heft. Both of these guys are kind of stars in the party, and they're part. Well, I would say this: I don't know if John Fetterman's a star in his party anymore, but
he's a star, sir. Nonetheless,
he's a star. He's a star. Listen, the guy speaks truth to power.
He does.
And again, listen. We're not going to agree. He and I, we've had discussions about this. We don't agree on lots of different things, but he's someone you could sit down with. He's looking out for the best interests of Pennsylvania. And you know what both these gentlemen have? Common sense, Marty. And just like you're talking about the women in Range Rovers screaming and the people with the histrionics, people lose their mind. They've lost common sense. They've lost grace. They've lost humility. They've lost kindness. Yeah.
David Urban, a political commentator, fantastic voice on CNN. Hey, man, let's get local here, brother. So if you put a chair out in front of your $7 million condo in D.C., someone's kicking your ass, right? Right, man?
No, someone's stealing your chair and throwing it in the street. Someone's stealing the chair.
Ass.
No, they're stealing the chair, Marty. They're not honoring the chair. They're stealing the chair. Listen, there are certain things, like I said, man, the parking chair. This is what makes Pittsburgh great. Marty, they had an article in the Wall Street Journal about parking chairs. Okay.
Yep.
I can't wait to see this new football movie about Pittsburgh. It's out. I mean, listen, people don't understand. Maybe your listeners do. Maybe you got listeners everywhere. But when you don't live in Pittsburgh, you miss Pittsburgh every day.
So true, man.
Every day, buddy. Every day, you bleed black and gold, and I'm optimistic the coach is going to do better, right? I'm looking forward to the draft. So many good things going on in Pittsburgh. It's just I know it's cold as hell, but it's it's part of being the Northeast. But other than that, it's a phenomenal city.
My man, I'm blessed to have
new airport, right?
Oh,
I mean, it's awesome.
Gorgeous. David Urban, political commentator.
Yeah.
My man gets it. You know why? He's a burger man. He's
I'm a Yinzer, baby. Yinzer, Marty.
Baby, with a badass degree, I might add. David, you're my man. Thanks, brother.
Okay, buddy. Thanks for having me as usual.
Love the man. I really do. Gets it. He gets it big time. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is the PennDOT folks have announced that I-79 north and southbound is closed to you between exit 83, that's PA 28 Evans City, and the exit 88 for US 1968 in Zelienople due to a multi-vehicle crash. That roadway will remain closed until the scene is cleared, and due to winter weather that's hit that corridor, there is a speed restriction in place on I-79 north and southbound between Erie, basically, and the length of I-79 in Butler. We're down to 45 miles per hour with commercial vehicles in the right lane only there. A little bit closer to downtown Pittsburgh, we've had accidents on I-79 between the 79-279 split and Mount Nebo Road. You have slow-go traffic in both directions there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Attention Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more, and Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-981-1620. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-981-1620 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-981-1620. Again, 412-981-1620. 412-981-1620.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File in the Credit Karma app.
Let's go! You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
How do airplanes fly? What's in this box? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Learn how to store your gun securely and make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Is somebody in the family fighting a cold? Pick up a bottle of Sniper, a hospital-grade disinfectant that kills germs, bacteria, and viruses that are flourishing this time of year. Sniper is available at participating True Value hardware stores or visit disinfectwithsniper.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I got some new Uncrustables. Man, they're fresh. Sometimes those Uncrustables, they stay in the freezer for like 2 years. I'm finishing this one, sorry. And when you heat them up, they're still hard. I'm sorry, I'll be done here in a second. All right, so David Urban is from here. Went to Penn, West Point, decorated. He's a badass. One of the most prominent political commentators, quite frankly, of his generation. And Trump's one of his boys. I'm not exaggerating that. And by the way, Patrick, he was more moderate today than I expected. And he pretty much embraced what we're talking about with Flores, right? And he said, all right, let's roll. Let's do this the right way. I like that. Let's have a constitutional amendment. Make a change. In other words, create a pathway to citizenship. All right, let's do it the right way. I'm all in, man. We had this pizza. I gotta tell this story. We had this pizza contest this morning, and Paul who's been on hold since yesterday. I'm going to grab him. Hang in there, Paul. And they had there's like 60 pizzas in there from different places. PJ Comanchic, who is like family to all of us, but he runs this joint. He went walking by the window. So you have to go into this big conference room to get the pizza, because once the contest is over, they just let everybody eat it. And you walk past this window with a plate. PJ Comanchic came walking past my window with, it was a 9-inch high wad of pizza at 11 a.m. and just went to town. You know what I'm saying? Did you see him, Trevin? I love Trevin. He goes, you ain't getting me in trouble. Come on, man. You saw him go to town.
Yeah, man, you're not going to get me in trouble.
My man, Trevin. Trevin is so cool and so chill and so composed. And then there's me. And sometimes he looks at me because I try to drag you into my madness sometimes, don't I?
You do.
You don't take the bait, man.
No.
Why is that?
Because you have to pay attention, man.
My wife does.
No, you respect the brand, you respect the show, and I got that. And I'm quite sure. But yeah,
love him.
I'll stay in my lane for now.
Love you, man. Get out of your lane, man. I like it when you raise hell. Hold on, let's grab Paul. We owe him that. Paul, man, thanks for your patience, brother. Go.
Hey, Marty. Hey, Trav's, it's like being married. You know, one's going to be hyper, one's going to be calm.
Wow.
So he balances you out.
That's actually a great. So does Patrick.
Like being married.
They're actually adults, and I'm the child in the room. All right, I get it.
Hey, Marty, just a question on the girl who put out all this propaganda on Oak Point Bakery.
Was she a
Is there any legality that they can go after her, track her down on the internet, or she's just a ghost?
No. In fact, she got fired for being a jagoff. She's
well,
local.
That's what I had heard. But for the damage that she's trying to put out there, you would think he would have some legal.
Oh, I'm sure he would, but it takes forever, and it costs $100,000 to do what? And let me ask you a question, Paul. Why do I can't wrap my arms around why somebody does that, knowing that they're full of crap on something? Why though? I can't get it.
Do you remember years ago, a lady did a story on Bush after Katrina and showed all these people behind barbed wire fence.
Yeah.
And when they finally tracked it down, it was a photograph from someplace over in Europe.
Wow.
When they finally tracked it down to her, she said that she was trying to see what it would be like to be a reporter.
Wow. Hold on.
To
your point, I think, and Patrick, I think you would agree, this happens daily now, rather than that was an anomaly. So now, and we're seeing this, by the way, with this kidnapping case, with these idiots trying to rip off this family whose mother, in all likelihood, could be dead. And what Paul is saying is true. People want clicks. That woman who cut that video he's talking about, when she cut the video on Instagram that went viral, that got all the attention, she was putting her makeup on the entire time. Go ahead, buddy.
Right. I think she believes what she's saying.
I think you're right.
But I think she's ignorant.
I think, wow.
She doesn't know the actual facts.
Wow.
She is misinformed.
I think you're right again.
So it's not that she's
malicious
and willing, doing this on purpose just to be a jack.
No, I agree. I get it. Just ignorant.
I think she's completely ignorant. And there are lots and lots of people, especially on social media, that are just as ignorant. And they all pile into the same thing. And then they just listen to each other in the echo chamber. So they continue to spread these lies because they think that's, their fact.
And create damage.
Yep.
It's amazing. Hell yeah.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Light snow is falling. We have 21 now at Pittsburgh International. It's 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A multi-vehicle accident has closed I-79 in both directions in Butler County. The northbound lanes are closed from Cranberry to Zealy and Opal. Southbound, I-79 is shut down from Zealy to the Turnpike exit in Cranberry. PennDOT says the roadway will be closed until the crash scene is cleared. We'll have an update on this with Ellen in AAA Traffic in moments. A winter weather advisory is now in effect with 1 to 3 inches of snow expected and wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. Also, a cold weather advisory starts at 1 a.m. Real field temperatures could drop to 18 below zero. The family of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie is renewing their plea for their mother's kidnapper to contact them. Cameron Guthrie posted a second video Thursday, hours after investigators said they don't have proof 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is alive, but believes she's still out there. CBS's Anna Schechter has more on the investigation.
The ransom note clearly is the most promising lead in this case, and we are in a holding pattern waiting to hear about the return of DNA samples that have been tested. We want to hear about potential fingerprints, footprints.
The FBI announced a $50,000 reward for information leading to Nancy Guthrie's recovery or the arrest and conviction of people involved in her disappearance. More than $270 million federal dollars are headed to projects across Pennsylvania, with millions earmarked for Allegheny County and Cranberry Township. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Senator Dave McCormick says the funding will support public safety, infrastructure, and economic growth statewide, with a strong local impact. In Allegheny County, the money includes upgrades to police and fire training facilities, storm and wastewater systems, blight removal in the Mon Valley, and major improvements to Ohio Riverlock and dam infrastructure. In Cranberry Township, $1 million is set aside to replace aging water lines along Route 19, a key commercial corridor. McCormick says the goal is keeping federal tax dollars working in Pennsylvania communities where they're needed most. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 875 points. Make that up, 875 points, at 49,784. The NASDAQ is ahead 346 points, and the S&P is up 96. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
Hello, this is Lester Botkin, Chief Investment Officer of Botkin Family Wealth Management. One of my favorite clients, I'll call her Sue, has a work ethic that blows me away. She continues to love what she does, and she's been incredibly successful at earning and saving. Recently, Sue shared with me how proud she is of her daughter, who is doing a beautiful job raising 2 young children, but how she worries about them because it's so tough for young people to afford to buy a home. Her daughter's growing family could use more space, but moving up just isn't in their budget. I asked Sue if she'd like to explore the impact of gifting her daughter money now to get the bigger house that she needed. Could I really do that, she asked? We determined that taking a withdrawal now for a substantial down payment on a new house would likely have no impact on her income strategy in retirement. Sue decided to do it, and the last time I saw her, she was glowing with happiness. Financial planning isn't a game to see who can die with the most. It's about getting maximum fulfillment from your money during your life. Find out more at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Medicare's great, but it's not simple. Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman from One Health Benefits are licensed Medicare specialists who sort through Medicare confusion at no cost to you. New legislation, plan changes, and rules all directly impact your coverage and wallet. Let One Health Benefits have your Medicare plan fit you and not the other way around. Wrong choices cost thousands. A single right conversation with One Health Benefits saves you money and stress. Call 724-799-8873 or go to onehealthbenefits.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is the continued closure of I-79 north and southbound. This is in Butler County between exits 83, that is for Evans City, and exit 88 for Zillionople. Also, there is a speed limit restriction in place on 79 north and southbound, pretty much between Erie and the length of I-79 in Butler County, down to 45 miles per hour there. So obviously, a lot of folks are jumping off onto Route 19 as an alternate, and that is very, very heavy. We also have an accident on the Parkway West stretch coming westbound or outbound away from the airport area near McLaren Road in Findlay Township. Reportedly, that involves an overturned vehicle there. And we also have slow-go traffic on I-79 in the Franklin Park area between the split with 79 and 279 and Mount Nebo Road because of snowy conditions and earlier accidents there. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory from 1 a.m. tomorrow morning through 10 a.m. Sunday. The rest of today will be cloudy with on and off snow. Untreated surfaces can be slippery, the high 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation between 1 and perhaps 3 inches. Then very windy and turning sharply colder late tonight with flurries, the low 3. AccuWeather real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Been 30 time, would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional event on March 25th and 26th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, Northeast Maryland, and North Franklin, Connecticut with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Fabulous February savings at Coons Market. Pork shoulder steaks or roast, $2.79 a pound. Cantaloupes are $1.99 each. And Hers potato chips or pretzels, 7 to 16-ounce bags, 3 for $7. Come see us at Coons.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Here we go. We've reached the end of the week and more snow today. So that's that. But anyway, we've got a show to do. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6 on this Friday. Hello.
One of my boys that I spent a lot of time with in Dallas is a Army Ranger Special Forces. Sent me a photograph this week. He moved to West Texas, and he sent me a photograph of a 26 kilowatt massive generator being installed on his property. He lives in the high plains. He's out there in the middle of nowhere. Honestly, this is legit. And he said, I don't want to lose power. I live in the middle of nowhere. My house is low priority to restore power. I'm not about to lose a full freezer of venison. He's a hunter. It's real, man. And let me say this. I had to reach out to my man Dan because of what they're doing here and because of what's happening with the grid and the data centers and the weather. It's kind of this convergence of insanity with this demand for power. 2 years ago when I talked to Dan, we talked about, I don't know, this region. I don't know, the weather's kind of warm. I don't know if people want big-time generators. I was wrong. The game has changed, and I had to grab him today to talk about all these things I just threw out there because it's crazy, man. And these generators are insanely cool. And my neighbor has one, and I hate him for it because they're amazing. And now they're becoming necessary. Dan the man, what's up?
Hey, Marty, my brother. How you doing?
No, honestly, what I just said is true, isn't it? The game has changed dramatically, hasn't it?
It totally has changed. 2025 was one of the biggest years in this region of power outages.
Yes.
Right now, we are scheduled permitting, of course, with the weather. We are banging out 10 installs a week.
Yes.
Over 400 a year. We are busy, very, very busy.
Dan Ripashak with the Generator Supercenter. I drive by it on the way home from work, and I think about him. Because honestly, my man, I never thought, and I think you had a little trepidation when you got in this game, I don't know if people are going to spend this money for this insanely cool but kind of costly generator. I was wrong. It's a necessity almost, isn't it?
It absolutely is. You know, especially with today, with a lot more people working out of their homes.
Yes.
And especially with the degrading grid that is happening in this region, I don't see a lot of money being put towards a upgraded grid.
Oh, no.
So people are taking matters into their own hands, and they are deciding to have that peace of mind, and we are definitely seeing it in the sales that we're getting on a day-to-day basis.
And my man, the other thing that's kind of wild is the last time we talked, we were kind of like, man, it doesn't get colder anymore. That's a bald-faced lie, right? Unbelievable.
I know. I'm telling you, and unfortunately, in this business, chaos is good in our business. But I'm telling you, it has been unbelievably cold, unbelievably cold. And I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so I know what cold's all about. But I mean, this is, boy, I feel like I'm back in the frozen tundra here.
But hold on, though, to your point. And here's the dynamic of this. This is evil almost. The cold does more damage than heat. And I'm going to give you an example. We had a plumber on 2 days ago. A woman in Fox Chapel, she's out of town for the winter. It got so cold in her house, a pipe burst on the second floor. Dan, the house had to be condemned.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Because they don't have power. And my point is, I don't think we ever thought we would cross that threshold here, right?
I didn't think so. I mean, but apparently we are there. We are there.
So hold on. In that case, because this is why I love what you do, in that case with your generators, what happens immediately as soon as the power goes out?
As soon as the power goes out, there is a smart panel that we install that will identify that the power is out. It waits for about 10, 15 seconds. It doesn't get fooled by any flickering. But after 10 to 15 seconds, it directs the generator to turn on. And then the generator needs about 10 to 15 seconds to rev up to the kW power needed to back up the house. And then voila, everything comes on, all the lights, everything.
Come on, man.
And it's like having a utility pole in your backyard.
No, hold on, because I'm an idiot, but I'm guessing that 26 kilowatts is a big one. Is it?
26 would probably cover a house that would be between 3,000 and 4,000 square feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And by the way, it immediately turns on. How is it powered? Because people always ask me this stuff.
It is powered by natural gas, so it's very similar to your gas furnace.
Wow.
We tie right into the natural gas, so once that is fueling it, it can, in essence, run forever. And once the power comes back on, the smart panel can identify that the power is back on, and as fast as people who don't have generators get their power back, that's how fast you get it back.
And by the way, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but this isn't one of those little putt $600 generators you got to put gas in. This is not that, sir.
No. A typical installation could be anywhere from with the install and the generator itself could be anywhere from $11,000 up to $14,000.
And they're there forever, though.
Absolutely, they'll last for 30 years. Absolutely.
Hey. Here's the other thing that's crazy. I'm a big AI guy. I love the data centers. I love them, but we're going to get several here. The experts, not just amateurs, not just doomsayers, say this is going to shut us down power-wise. Is that fair to say?
That is very fair to say. And again, we're just at the infancy of this. I think we're going to see this with the degrading grid that is happening right now. It is ultimately going to result in more outages.
No.
Absolutely.
Look,
absolutely,
man, I actually had one of our salespeople reach out to you because I drove past your business yesterday on the way home and said, I got to get my man on because he was right. And the truth is, my man, it's not apocalyptic, but this kind of weather, man, it kind of brings home that this is real and it's here to stay. And the damage caused, now everyone's thinking, well, that's kind of expensive. The damage caused by one storm could be my man, I have plumbers call me saying, that house, that Fox Chapel house, over $500,000 in damage. I have a plumber that's doing a job right now, $150,000 in damage from one issue. So it makes sense to try this, doesn't it?
Right, absolutely, Marty. And one other thing too, these generators, they definitely appreciate. They don't depreciate. So every dollar that you put into a new generator system, you're going to get it back on the back end whenever you sell your house. So it definitely is a good investment in your house.
My man, from the Generator Supercenter, the Generac, man, that thing rocks. One of my boys who's a great plumber literally just texted me saying they are amazing. Good for you, man. You were right.
Absolutely. Hey, Marty, I think I'm going to run into you next year or next month at the show. So I look forward to sitting down with you then.
Let's go, brother.
All right, brother. Let's
Talk
go.
to you again, my man. Congrats.
Take care. Bye-bye.
That generator's insane. It is. My neighbor has one. Now I hate him. I do. Really kind of a cool product. Anyway, from the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have received a bulletin from the Pennsylvania State Police Butler Barracks, and they are investigating several crashes, as we've been telling you, on Interstate 79 in the area of Zillionople and Evans City's exits. The road is closed in both directions between mile markers 80 and 88, and there is a confirmed fatality in at least one of the crashes, and they are saying that at this time at least 18 vehicles have been involved in this incident. Obviously, snowy weather moving through the area is a big factor here, and that roadway is expected to be closed for several hours. PennDOT has also lowered the speed limit to 45 miles per hour on I-79 through most of Butler County and up toward Erie. The ongoing investigation is happening there, and we'll bring you more details. And, of course, tune into the news coming up at noon. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Crowded waiting rooms, 5 rushed minutes with the doctor. No real answers, just solutions that mask symptoms. For so many, that's what healthcare has become. In and out, no time, no connection. Just another appointment on the schedule. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, it's different. They take the time to listen, explain, and design a plan built around you. Because real relief starts with understanding what's really going on, not just treating the surface. From allergy testing to in-office sinus and nasal procedures, their experienced team uses the latest technology and a personal touch to help you breathe, sleep, and live better. Here, you're not just another number. You're the reason they do what they do. Discover a better way to feel better, one that's built around you. Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-4950. 878-231-4950. That's 878-231-4950.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No one should have to face a winter without heat. You can help your neighbors in need stay warm by supporting the Dollar Energy Fund during our annual NRG KDKA Radio Warmathon on Thursday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Presented by MetaConnect. Details on how you can support are at kdkaradio.com. Powered by Dynegy and brought to you by Junk Luggers of Pittsburgh, Impact HVAC, and by Phillips Heating and Air Conditioning. Help us help your neighbor on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
When we started Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks, it wasn't a big crew or a fancy shop, just Calvin and me in our grandma's garage.
We'd load up our tools every morning, build decks all day, then unpack right there in her driveway.
That little garage laid the foundation for what Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks is all about. Working hard, staying honest, and treating people like family.
We've grown a lot since then, but those family values still guide every job we do. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
Folks, my favorite town to visit, Oakmont. Here's why. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, great restaurant, great food, great service, cigar bar at the Lot. Oakmont is a town you can walk around, you can enjoy it, you can park, there's no problems. It's a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere with great food. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, 333, and Hofstadt's. Amazing food, Oakmont.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. It seems as though a new potential buyer may have emerged for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. David Hoffman, founder and chairman of the Florida-based Hoffman family of companies, stated publicly yesterday that his company is in discussions to buy the paper, which is currently owned by Toledo, Ohio-based Block Communications. The Hoffman family of companies notably is the same company that in December reached a deal to acquire the Pittsburgh Penguins from Fenway Sports Group. It also has a corporate office in Illinois. Also, when DeBella Weinheimer merges into Burns White next month, a well-known lawyer isn't part of the deal. In fact, Amy Coco, a longtime shareholder at DeBella Weinheimer, is launching her own namesake practice on the same date, March 1st, 2026. Think of her as a lawyer for lawyers. The law office of Amy Coco, based downtown, focuses on professional responsibility for lawyers, judges, and law students. She represents legal professionals in ethics, disciplinary, and risk management matters, including conflicts, confidentiality, fees, advertising, law practice and management, and career transitions, whether to the bench, a new firm, or in retirement. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I would get one of those generators tomorrow. It's kind of weird to think about, but I never thought we'd need one. Now I'm thinking we do. they're important as hell, man. And it's interesting because I reached out to him because of the weather here, and I asked him how he was doing because Pittsburghers are kind of a pain in the ass about buying something like that might be $15,000. But they work. And we're going to see more and more of this. And by the way, we asked Andy Amrine, they're auto generators. You can't even get one. And with this weather, the damage that the water causes is insane, man. Go ahead, Marianne.
Well, I just have to tell you, my son and daughter both work, and I'm semi-retired.
Yes, ma'am.
And my son talked me into a generator about a year and a half, 2 years ago. It has been the best money I have ever spent.
How did it save you?
Last year or a year and a half ago when we had that big power outage,
Yeah.
the people were without electricity for days and a week or so. I had electricity, and I called my neighbors, and I told them that I had a coffee shop that opened every morning at 7 a.m. Truly, yes, it's a big expenditure, but I have no worries.
It's actually true.
No worries. Absolutely not. And yes, my gas bill's a little higher.
So what?
Because it is run on gas.
So what, right?
And it does turn on once a week.
Oh.
Excuse me. Turns on once a week to check to make sure it's running.
Oh.
Every Monday morning for 20 minutes it runs.
Oh.
So,
wow.
all I can tell you is best money that I've ever spent. My two kids have no worries about me sitting in the cold or anything like that. So, yes, I'm all in favor.
I love you. She's right. I never thought it'd be cool now with all the storms we get and all this weather we get and the concerns about the grid. I get it. I'm going to kind of get into the background on what's happening with the Hoffman family and the Post-Gazette a little later. This is cool. They're multi-billionaires. They're actually good guys. The problem with that deal is the blocks. They're horrible. And I don't know them, but I'm talking to guys who were in the room with them, and they say that they've been awful. Awful. That they're bitter, that they want to destroy the union. The hope is that this Hoffman family, again, I've heard nothing but good things, and they have, I don't know anything about them. I heard they have a bunch of media properties and newspapers. I hope to hell that the blocks listen to them. I hope to hell they buy the Post-Gazette. I want them to save the Post-Gazette. We need the Post-Gazette. We need the Post-Gazette. Do you hear me? We need the Post-Gazette.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Wintertime, freezing temperatures, busted pipes. Man, that's terrible. And when that pipe breaks, damage spreads fast. It's terrible. That's when you call Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Yep. 24/7, 365. Residential and commercial water damage emergencies. Stopping that damage, cleaning up the mess, getting your property back to normal and fast. When winter hits hard, demand that yellow van. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Call 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
21 with light snow falling at Pittsburgh International. It's 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A fatal multi-vehicle accident has closed I-79 in both directions in Butler County. Trooper Bertha Casey tells us one fatality is confirmed.
I-79 in the area of the 80 to 88 is currently closed due to several crashes. The number I received was about 18 cars are involved. Not sure how many crashes. There is one fatality confirmed in the crashes, so that is why the road's closed right now.
The northbound lanes are closed from Cranberry to Zelienople, and southbound I-79 is shut down from Zelienople to the Turnpike exit in Cranberry. State police say the roadway will be closed for at least 5 hours while the scene is cleared. A winter weather advisory is now in effect with 1 to 3 inches of snow expected and wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. And a cold weather advisory starts at 1 a.m. Real field temperatures could drop to 18 below zero. Another video is released in an effort to return Nancy Guthrie to her family. A day after Savannah Guthrie and her two siblings pleaded for their mother's return in an online video, her brother Cameron posted a second message.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward in the search for Nancy Guthrie. A Wilmerding man has been arrested by Allegheny County Sheriff's deputies on a number of child pornography charges. With that, here's News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
43-year-old Anthony D'Alessandro was arrested Friday on 5 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of criminal use of a communications facility. That's following an investigation that started back in November of 2024. Investigators say his Android phone contained numerous sexually explicit videos, including 5 with toddlers. Their affidavit says D'Alessandro told them he frequently breaks his phones because subconsciously he doesn't like what he's doing, saying he used to look down on people like that until about 10 years ago when his daughter died and something changed inside him. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
A key participant in the deadly 2012 attack on a U.S. compound in Benghazi, Libya, is in custody. Zubair al-Bakush was brought to Joint Base Andrews early this morning. During the announcement today, Attorney General Pam Bondi put other terrorists on notice.
If you commit a crime against the American people anywhere in this world, President Trump's Justice Department will find you. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen. You can run, but you cannot hide.
Al-Bakush is being charged with murder, terrorism, arson, and conspiracy in the attack that killed Ambassadors Chris Stevens and 3 other Americans. Bondi would not explain how Al-Bakush was captured because the U.S. is going after others involved in that attack. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 958 points now, almost 2%. Right now at 49,866. The NASDAQ is up about 1.5%. Right now up 335 points. The S&P about the same. It's also up 99 points today. The musician headlining the alternate Super Bowl halftime show is coming to Burgettstown in June. Kid Rock's tour is scheduled to be at the Pavilion at Star Lake on Saturday, June 20th. General ticket sales start Friday the 13th at Ticketmaster.com. KDKA Sports Hall of Fame quarterback Sonny Jurgensen has died at the age of 91. On tonight's high school basketball game of the week, Gateway hosts McKeesport with KDKA tip-off at 6. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. Time to call Metropolitan Windows. Save 20% off their exclusive Infinity from Marvin Fiberglass Windows. 412-655-8411. 21 with light snow in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service. Clear your space and contribute to a greener planet.
Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters. For more than a decade, I've been working with CertaPro Painters doing great work for me, and now is the time. Get a free estimate, get on the schedule at the right price. You never have to wonder what's next with CertaPro Painters. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory from 1 a.m. tomorrow morning through 10 a.m. Sunday. The rest of today will be cloudy with on and off snow. Untreated surfaces can be slippery, the high 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation between 1 and perhaps 3 inches. Then very windy and turning sharply colder late tonight with flurries, the low 3. AccuWeather real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
It's your captain speaking. To the passenger with the Mirror Fast soft shoes, smart move.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Can't blame you. Mirror Fast works fast, but without the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Close the curtain, Carol.
From the makers of Miralax, new Mirafast soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Find Mirafast today at your local retailer. Use as directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
Hey, folks, Marty. Why did MediConnect choose to sponsor the Warmathon and KDK Radio? Well, their folks see firsthand the pressures, financial pressures, seniors are facing every day. No senior should overpay for services that may be included in over 70 different Medicare options. There's never a fee for MediConnect's top-rated service to assist seniors in finding the right Medicare plan. Call MediConnect, 888-818-6334, or visit MediConnectInsurance.com.
Attention, Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more. And Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-674-5196. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-674-5196 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-674-5196. Again, 412-674-5196. 412-674-5196.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then they help you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Little delay. I got my man JK on the phone, but I want to get to this accident real quick. Damn, horrible. I just got sent this. This is awful. Oh man, I hate seeing this stuff. 10:26. This happened DOA, so it happened about 10:30. Wow, ambulance is on the scene. Northbound lanes closed. This is 79. Wow, multiple vehicles. Patrick right now is showing the video in our stream. According to this post by the Butler folks, as many as, 21 vehicles. 30 to 40 vehicles involved. There are also people trapped in cars. I'm thinking, I'm connecting the dots here, Patrick, but you're looking at the same stream I am. I'm guessing whiteout, right? Someone didn't see what someone didn't see.
If not whiteout, could also just be extremely slick conditions because
the storm hit.
Storm's coming through, temperatures dropping.
Man, that's awful. Wow. If anyone is at that scene and is in the middle of this, who can call us? This just happened. Can you describe the location, Patrick? I mean, it's hard to tell by this video.
So this, I believe, is just north of Zealy and Opal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so this is right around Zealy.
On 79.
On 79. That's where they have the exits closed.
And
so
my man,
these people here are stuck in traffic, and they said it's going to be closed. You heard troopers in the last news update, 5 hours.
Well, look at it.
It's a mess.
It is total gridlock right now. And I'm seeing cars off the road.
Now, I was looking at the PennDOT cameras a minute ago. So just south of there, Cranberry, they do have the signs and the alerts up, so people are able to divert around there. But if you're stuck, you're stuck. There's nowhere to go.
It's awful. It's awful. At least one dead, maybe two. Someone trapped. It looks like more than 40 cars to me if I'm looking at this video you're streaming here. But
yeah,
go ahead.
The placement of this camera, this is not right at the accident scene, I don't believe. So this could just be the cars that are stuck that can't go anywhere.
I see. If you are on 79 or in this madness, give us a yell. 866-391-1020. Give us a yell. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. Meantime, I had to send this to my boy, J.K. Jim Klingensmith, who is probably the most learned local lawman I know. There are two guys that I would always go to for insight, Jim Klingensmith and Ron Layton. Ron's more the national guy with the Secret Service and the presidency and world security. And J.K., Jim Klingensmith, is more the local guy. And I sent him this morning because I'm incensed by this, because there's more blood on the hands of people who let these, I see, hold on, one of my boys said, thin layer of snow out there, crazy slick. Go ahead.
Traffic in that area, they had already reduced speeds to 45, so that tells you it was getting nasty out there.
Oh, one of my boys at the world's greatest hotel, John Howley, lives out there. Oh, wow. The roadway is downhill and curves northbound in that section of 79. Explains it. If you're out there and you're seeing this, 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. Meantime, JK.
Good morning, brother.
Here we go again.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
It's sickening.
Yeah, so what was the exact details on that kid? How many priors did he had? He had a prior homicide I saw.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, we've had this conversation before. He killed a guy when he was 14. And we've had this talk. And the judge, this is no BS, didn't want to treat him like an adult. Right? Jim, we've seen this forever, right?
Yeah, it's the never-ending nightmare of the woke judicial system that's moved into our communities. They're the ones that are reigniting these criminals to go out and do more harm to us. They just don't want kids in jail, and I can't figure out why. It's like a big movement. So the funny thing is about this story is I received a call from a trooper who was from Uniontown in the middle of the summer. So when we were talking about all our problems up here, he contacted me and wanted to start discussing about all the problems they had down there. But it never transpired because, he's still on the job and there's things going on. It seems to have taken over a lot of communities with these woke judges, that seems to be their platform.
So
release.
So using this kid as an example, this Braden Dickinson, he murders someone as a 14-year-old. They don't want to treat him as an adult, so they declare him incompetent to stand trial, and they make him a juvenile. Shocking, he gets released. He's back in jail in December, like a couple months ago. Criminal homicide. With several other cases. Theft, stolen property, weapons. He made bail. He's a murderer. He's out there.
Yeah, we don't.
And last night, brother, he kills another guy. Jesus.
We're not even detaining our homicide suspects, okay? People who are charged or accused of homicide, they get released on ankle bracelets. Most of them are cut off 7 to 10 times your average. And each individual, sometimes they do it 4, 5, and 6 times. It's just one person. They don't keep track of them. They just release them. Years ago, the system worked. If you commit a homicide, you're detained until the end of the trial, till something is determined at the trial.
Wow.
Not no more. It's house arrest. It's an ankle bracelet. It's, hey, be good. I'm going to send you home with mom. Don't shoot nobody this week.
He murdered someone. My man, he murdered someone at 14. And then he committed like a dozen crimes. And then he decided last night, I'm tired of this petty stuff. He murdered someone else. And now they can't find him. He could kill again.
Career juvenile criminal machine that the system built and gave him the opportunity to continue on with his criminal activity. Boom. That's it right there.
He's a monster.
That's the Judge Sizemores of Uniontown. That's what you get.
He's a killing machine.
He is. He's absolutely has to be psychotic. Has to be. Jesus. Running around murdering people since he was 14 years old. He's not getting any repercussions, no discipline, so he's going to keep doing what he wants to do. And he likes murdering people, obviously.
JK?
They just don't care.
Disgusting. Thanks, my man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Scares the hell out of me, really. A lot going on. Insane accident on 79. At least 40-car pileup. Traffic stopped. At least one dead, maybe others. State police there. John, what are you saying, brother?
Hey, Marty, how are you?
Good, man.
So I'm a computer guy. I left this morning to go to a customer up in Evans City. On the way up there, I was sliding all over 79.
Wow.
Got off, and on the local roads there in Evans City, I actually slid across an intersection making a right-hand turn. That was probably about 10 minutes before the accident. As I was sitting with my customer, they asked how I get home. I live in Monroeville. Told them I was going to go back down 79, and they gave me the alert that the 40-car pile up.
So hold on, John. What is the deal on the roads making it like this, brother?
So when I left this morning, it seemed like it was kind of a misty rain, nothing too crazy. I have a Forester and snow tires on, and I'm not scared to go drive in the weather, so I just took off and couldn't keep the ice off my windows. So I knew it was kind of misty, and I was sliding all over the place. I really had a hard time staying on the road. And in that exact area is where I started sliding around right where that accident happened. And like I said, I was about 10 minutes in front of that when it actually happened.
So hold on,
I'm
John.
on my way back to Monroeville right now.
What is it, man? Is it freezing rain?
I believe so. It looks like they've got a lot of the snow trucks have been out and got a lot of salt on the roads. I'm on the turnpike now, headed back towards Monroeville, and it's a lot better than what it was this morning when I was on 79, for sure.
Horrible.
But it's a mess out here, everywhere.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man. Be careful.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a good one.
It's horrible. If you're out there in this, give us a buzz. 866. I had no idea it was supposed to be this nasty. If you're out there in this, give us a buzz. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-990-3434. That's 800-990-3434. 800-990-3434.
What is life-changing medicine? The discovery of cancer at the earliest possible stage, challenging limits and transforming the impossible into reality, or connecting people to doctors and specialists when they need it most. At UPMC, we believe life-changing medicine is all those things. Our goal is to change the world of medicine and the lives of those around us. UPMC, changing healthcare, changing lives. Life-changing medicine.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, we got a lot going on. If you're in that madness on 79, give us a buzz, 866 391-1020, 866-391-1020. At least 40 cars in a pileup near Zelian-Opal. At least 5 hours to clean up. At least one dead. At least one person trapped. And you just heard from the gentleman who called and said it's nasty. It's icy, I guess, freezing rain. Wow. If you're in it, give us a buzz, 866-391-1020, 866-391-1020. I am blown away what happened yesterday on the South Side. I got texts from neighbors who were wondering what the hell's going on. And let me tell you what went on. 8 teens arrested, 79 stolen guns linked to car thefts, gun store burglaries, and more. This is the beauty of law enforcement. This is why I love them. You know what, man? These cops don't give a crap about these judges not doing their job. You know why? The cops just move forward. And we broke this story. We actually had the video, the exclusive of them bringing one of these punk thug teens to justice. And it doesn't end this crime wave, but it sends a message that you're not going home to mommy this time. It sends a message that we're not messing around with this crap. What Patrick, how old was that one kid that we have on video stealing guns from a gun store? Was he 12?
12 years old.
And am I right? Am I right? He couldn't see over the counter?
His head was not taller than that counter. He was breaking the glass from the side.
And then one of my boys sent me a note that one of the kids in his neighborhood had stolen these guns and was selling them out there, and his mom's dead. And the kid was bragging about that he was selling these guns, and then his mom got shot and killed. And that this kid is now sending packages of drugs from all around the world to my buddy's house so that he doesn't get caught by the feds. These are the little angels committing these crimes. Lisa Fabus, who is one of the gun experts in the country, who I've become friends with, who has a husband in law enforcement, and she's in law enforcement, and she joins me live. Lisa, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, Marty. I'm good. How are you?
Well, no one understands the danger and the darkness of this teen crime wave, right? You see this, do you not?
Yes. It's scary and it's ongoing and something needs to be done.
Hey, Lisa, did you ever imagine, did your husband ever imagine that you'd see on tape friggin' 12-year-olds, Lisa, ripping off gun stores, stealing 70 guns?
No, it's scary. I mean, they're not being taken out of cars. They're not getting taken out of homes. They are getting braver and impulsive, and they are now robbing gun stores. Wednesday was a big day for the county.
It was.
What a great job by all the law enforcement agencies involved. Yeah, it's crazy. 55 guns recovered.
Hey, Lisa, because you're kind of in the middle of this, you can't talk about a lot of the details, and that's important. But you can't talk about the mentality because you work with some of these teens. What the hell do they think? What's going on? What's the mindset of a 12-year-old saying, hell yeah? What is it, Lisa?
I think it's a product of their environment. I think it's pure influence. They're in an area to where this is all that they know. Kids at that age are very impulsive. They're led by older teams.
Nice point.
So, how do we get them to think in a different mindset? And the first step is, how do we hold them accountable? And accountability isn't just about punishment as much as it's how do we rehabilitate them? How do we get them to think differently? But ultimately, they're impulsive. These kids aren't stealing guns for good reasons. They're stealing these guns to commit other crimes, and those crimes are violent.
Hey, Lisa, you just heard JK talking about 14-year-old murders someone. Judge says, go home to your mommy. Okay. He commits crimes between then and now he's 18. He murdered another guy last night. What the hell is the message these judges are sending, Lisa? It's dangerous.
It is dangerous. And, if you allow it to happen once, you're allowing it to continue to happen.
Right on.
So something has to send a message that this cannot continue to go on.
It's insane.
Now, as being a gun owner, and having the firearms training business, this is one of the reasons why I carry a firearm.
Hell yes.
And this is one of the reasons why I encourage gun owners to train, because the bad guys, they're training. So why aren't we?
She's the best I know, and exactly what she's saying is spot on. Lisa Fabus, Mom's Got Guns. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Marty.
It's rough.
Welcome. You are in the beer garden with Gene from the Sini Distributing Company. Beer since 1933. Today in the beer garden, we are enjoying the iconic Stone IPA, the benchmark West Coast IPA that launched generations of hop fanatics. Originally brewed to celebrate the brewery's first anniversary, Stone IPA remains a testament to total hop forwardness 29 years later. Bursts of dank pine, bright citron rind, and assertive hop bitterness pave the way to a tropical, balanced, and clean premium finish. Stone IPA stands its ground with bold and savory food flavors. Gumbo, nachos, hot sauce, hot pretzels with spicy mustard, spicy shrimp tacos, buffalo wings, Roquefort cheese, and key lime cheesecake. Stone IPA contains 6.9% alcohol by volume. Let's toast to 30 years of Stone brewing and many more with the Stone IPA. Stone IPA is available wherever better beer is sold. This message has been brought to you by the Cini Distributing Company. Beer since 1933. Cheers.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Snow and 29 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. One person is dead in a multi-vehicle accident that has closed I-79 in both directions in Butler County. State police have confirmed that at least 18 vehicles were involved. The northbound lanes are closed from Cranberry to Zelian-Opal. Southbound I-79 is shut down from Zelian-Opal to the Turnpike exit in Cranberry. State Police Trooper Bertha Casey of Butler Barracks tells KDKA Radio it'll be quite some time before they're reopen the roadway.
I was told several hours, probably at least 5 hours before we would be able to get everything cleared out from there.
She says the crashes are believed to be weather-related. The Department of Public Works is temporarily closing Maytide Street from Route 51 to Biscayne Drive until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Due to severe icy conditions, there will be no traffic permitted as Public Works treats that ice. Meanwhile, snow removal continues to be a priority for Pittsburgh's new mayor. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has the story.
Today's snow totals are a small fraction of what came down last week, but Mayor Corey O'Connor says leftover piles of snow are problematic.
We have a lot of work to do because a lot of stuff we moved is still sitting on dead ends or on major intersection sidewalks. It's just so hard to remove all of it at this point.
During a visit to the Big K Morning Show, O'Connor said the city's response to today's smaller and shorter storm is still important.
We know this weekend's going to be a big travel weekend with the Super Bowl. Everybody's driving to somebody's house to watch it, or you're hosting. And so, yeah, we want to make sure roads are clean.
And the mayor said he's looking forward to buying new snow removal equipment to be delivered this summer. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 962 points. The Nasdaq up 368. The S&P 500 up 101 points. KDK Radio News time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
A true spa bathroom isn't just about water pressure. It's about the view. Make your shower the crown jewel of your home with a custom frameless glass enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799. See the difference at boulevardglassandmetal.com.
Hey, folks, Marty. Why did MediConnect choose to sponsor the Warmathon on KDK Radio? Well, their folks see firsthand the pressures, financial pressures, seniors are facing every day. No senior should overpay for services that may be included in over 70 different Medicare options. There's never a fee for MediConnect's top-rated service to assist seniors in finding the right Medicare plan. Call MediConnect, 888-818-6334, or visit MediConnectInsurance.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
When sinusitis has your nose constantly blocked, life can feel smaller. You're stuck breathing through your mouth, which leads to sleep struggles, snoring that keeps your whole family up, fatigue, and more. The mornings start groggy, the days drag on, and it feels like nothing really helps for long. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, relief isn't just one size fits all. Their specialists use a wide range of innovative in-office treatments designed around you, designed to open your sinuses, restore natural breathing, and help you finally sleep through the night. You don't have to keep pushing through. If you're tired of the congestion, the pressure, and the endless cycle of sprays and pills that aren't providing relief, discover a treatment option that works for you at Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Breathe easier, sleep better, and start feeling like yourself again. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-6036. 878-231-6036. That's 878-231-6036.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cloudy the rest of today with intermittent snow. Watch for slippery spots across the area, the high 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation between 1 and perhaps 3 inches. Then very windy and turning sharply colder later tonight with leftover flurries. The low 3, real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Here we go. We've reached the end of the week and more snow today. So that's that. But anyway, we've got a show to do. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6 on this Friday. Hello.
Wow. I feel horrible for the folks in this madness out there on 79. Jesus, man. Looks like 50 cars near Zealy. Looks like icy conditions, kind of a whiteout from what we're hearing. At least one dead. Could be 5 to 7 hours before they clean it up. If you're in that, call us, 866-391-1020, 866-391-1020. Kelly, thanks for calling. What are you seeing there?
Hey, Marty. So I am currently right outside of the North Star car place on 19, and you can 79 looks pretty horrific. I'm praying for everyone involved, but it is basically stop and go traffic on 19 going into Zealy and Opal. I would tell everybody to avoid the area as much as possible.
Hey, Kelly, what's the road like? What's happening that made this crazy like this?
It got a little bit icy. I was traveling from Wexford area, and I got on a 228, and I split a little bit, and that's when I realized that the highway was shut down, and people started calling me, telling me that what happened. It's icy. It's not terrible. You just really need to drive with caution. We're going so slow right now, I can't even honestly tell.
And so, the accident scene looks horrible?
It stretches for a very long time, and there are some some cars that look, it looks sad. It's very sad. It's a very sad scene from what you can see from 19.
Are you losing traction, Kelly?
I have been losing traction here and there. Yes, absolutely. It is not a pleasant experience out here right now.
I appreciate you helping others. I appreciate you. And please be careful. Thank you, Kelly.
Yep, everyone pray for those involved. Have a good one. Thank you.
We got a lot going on, obviously, and we're going to pop around these different conversations. But my man, JK, called back. JK, jump in, fill us in, man. What's going on with these juveniles?
All right, brother. I'm sorry about this. I know you're busy.
Oh,
so
please.
Today, yeah, I got it. But today they started the detention hearings for 7 juveniles that were involved in the gun store robberies, the Kia crew. So the detention hearings went in front of hearing officer Ziadi today. And as of right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 are being held for court. They're being held and detained, and they rescheduled hearings for them on the 12th in front of Judge Spurgeon.
Nice.
So they're going back to Judge Spurgeon. They are not being released.
Nice.
There is one individual who has a pending hearing in front of already was pre-scheduled on a different charge, a pending hearing in front of Judge Sizemore on the 10th, and they are going to let her determine his detention status on the 10th. But he's still going to have to deal with the 12th anyways because they're going to switch it to Act 33. The other ones are still going on at the moment.
Would make him own up to this stuff, by the way.
I'm sorry?
He would be held responsible then.
Yes. Yes. So when he goes in front of Sizemore on the 10th, he has a pending charge or a pending adjudication on a prior charge. So he's going to go deal with that, and she's going to make a determination on his release or detention status involving in the gun store robbery. So we'll see.
My man, you know what, though? I have hope because this shows me that we ain't giving up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you right now, making some calls, talking to some people, all them hardworking officers out there, they're all praising the prosecuting attorney, Deputy Attorney General Decker, who's pushing this case. They said he's driving it hard. It was like dying slowly until he got his hands on it.
Hell yeah.
And his intelligence, his knowledge, his skills, his discipline, his responsibility of getting it done, and his ethics and his morals brought this case forward off the backs of hard-working county police officers, ATF city guys, and he's leading the team now, and they're getting set up. They're going to start having meetings and prepping for the hearings and the trials, and this is just the beginning.
Hey, my man,
we got a long road.
To your point, it means so much to the AG's office. Dave Sunday, the Attorney General, is on vacation. He's calling in at 1:30. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, my man.
That's outstanding. That's dedication.
Yep.
Love him. He got some hard-working boys here with that Decker.
Yep.
He got the right guy on the job.
You're right, brother. Thanks, my man. You're the best.
Yes, sir.
Finally, seeing some love. A lot going on, folks. Dave, go ahead, man.
Hi, Marty, right?
Yeah, man. Dave, right?
Okay, Marty. The Parkway Central is a very bad road with the few idiots that cut in and out of traffic. Now, why just in the Parkway Central to start?
No idea what the Parkway Central is, and he doesn't know who I am, and I don't think I know who he is or what the hell he's talking about. We are moving on. My man is in a fog, a whiteout. Oh, well. If you're in the madness of this craziness on 79, 866 391-1020 near Zealy, 866-391-1020. At least 40 cars, maybe 50 involved, at least one fatality. Could take 7 to 8 hours to clean up. Dave Hampton, go ahead, man. Dave. Dave called several times. I owe you a call, Dave. I'm going to try one more time. Dave, go ahead. Dave nodded off. Several things going on. One was the juveniles that were arrested yesterday, a significant number. The other is this massive accident on 79, which has turned things into a parking lot on 79. The other issue is regarding the generators. I'm getting calls about that and texts about that. I have done research on that particular product, Generac, and Patrick knows this stuff better than anyone. I usually don't scream about brands. That is the brand of all brands. However, as everybody knows by now, they're expensive. To put the generator in our house, what do you say, 3,000 or 4,000 square feet? It's about $15,000. And my man Ken Baker, who's the world's greatest plumber, installs them. He said they're amazing. But he said, I just did one in a house that was $30,000. It kicks on every week for at least an hour. I guess to just run it, I guess. This is from Ken, he installs them. My boy, Guy, who was my investigative reporter, photographer for 10 years in Dallas for NBC, a Special Forces Army Ranger, love the man, retired and moved to West Texas to this big patch of land in the middle of nowhere, and literally sent me photographs of one of these generators being installed on his property because it's the best on earth. I get nothing out of this, folks, other than to tell you they're the best in the business. But my man Ed Bouchette, who I love, probably the best sports reporter I've ever met, with the Post-Gazette, he's literally in the Hall of Fame. He asked me about it. I said, my man, they're the best ever. All right? All right, folks, a lot going on here. If you're in that madness out there, folks, or if you're in that madness on 79, give us a yell, 866-391-1020.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Guys, the best thing I did in 2025 was get a new garage floor from Comer and Cross. It completely transformed my garage. It's given me new space in a new room in my house. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get in touch with the great people at Comer and Cross. But hey, better late than never. And right now, they've got their preseason sale going on. Comer and Cross, you're going to get a phenomenal price, and they're going to install it when you want it on your terms. They make it so simple. It's cold outside. They're going to take all the stuff out of the garage for you and secure it so you don't have to do it yourself. They fix all the cracks perfectly. And the best part is all of this gets done, and I know from personal experience, in one day. So go with the pros at Comer and Cross. They don't subcontract out. Call them now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR and lock in your preseason price and installation when you want it. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
You're invited this Saturday at 7 a.m. to enjoy the sweet sounds of breakfast with Dorothy's as Nan Cohen welcomes the folks from Dorothy's Candies. In the second half of the show, it's dealing with divorce. Jam-packed show this Saturday morning at 7 a.m. with host Nan Cohen.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This is Barry and Steve Ehrenrich from Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center, and we'd like to say thank you.
Thank you for making Petite the premier kitchen and bath design center and remodeler in Western Pennsylvania.
For over 50 years, you've welcomed us into your homes to help solve your remodeling problems. Our goal is, and always has been, to avoid the nightmare of remodeling. We want to give you the kitchen or bath of your dreams.
Thank you for taking it one step further. You recommended us to your friends. There's no greater statement of satisfaction than to say to a friend, I love my Petite kitchen, or I'm so happy with my Petite bath. You should call them too.
From custom creation to expert installation, you don't have to go anywhere else. And you didn't. You came to Petite. So, thank you.
And to those of you who haven't been to Petite yet, haven't you waited long enough? PA 625.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The Trump administration is now considering opening an antitrust investigation into some U.S. home builders, focusing on possible collusion, including sharing information about home pricing and supply through the Leading Builders of America trade group. Now, that's got shares of some members of that group, big builders like Lennar and D.R. Horton, both down more than 2%, while elsewhere on Wall Street, stocks are soaring today as buyers scoop up beaten down shares after 3 days in a row of losses on worries about overspending on AI. The Dow right now 2% higher, the Nasdaq right behind 1.9% higher, the S&P 1 2/3% higher. Amazon posting a strong holiday quarterly earnings beat late Thursday, then announcing plans to spend a staggering $200 billion this year on AI data centers, chips, and other equipment. That's got investors worried. Shares down 6.5%. And Bitcoin is higher, now valued above $70,000 again. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Mayhem on 79 near Zealy. I guess the accident, according to the notes I have from cops, about 10:30 this morning. Apparently icy, freezing rain. 40 to 50 cars. They're still, man, they're not moving. Nothing's moving. At least one dead, maybe another dead. Several people trapped in their cars. Will take 5 to 7 hours to clean it up. This weather, man. Craziness. It's snowing here, but nothing like that. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, hey, I'm on 19 just south of Zillionople. I was coming south on 79 about 2 hours ago. And what was going on was it was a half rain, half freeze, and the roads just went to ice. And on the northbound lane about, where was it, Evans City, I think it was, there was 4 or 5 state cops slowing traffic down and a state truck behind them. But everybody behind them before they got into traffic was just going way too fast, and it just piled up. Now I'm on
Rob,
North
sounds
19
treacherous.
trying to get home.
Sounds treacherous.
It was, and it looks bad when I could see 79 from 19. And yeah, it's bad.
And where are you now, man?
South of Zillionople on 19 trying to go north.
And what's that like?
Backed up, bumper to bumper, and we're not hardly moving.
Oh, is it icy?
No, the roads are wet, but they're not icy. But everybody's getting, detour in 79, and it's just bumper to bumper.
Damn, Rob. Thanks, brother.
Yepper.
Wow. I don't know what to say other than I would have done the same thing. You're kind of driving along at 70 miles an hour, and then you hit rain and sleet and the crap show. And good for the cops trying to slow people down, but people kind of have this pace. Right, Patrick?
Oh, exactly. Especially when you're hauling through that area. People do go pretty fast, typically.
I do.
I was looking at the PA 511 notes.
What is that?
That's the PennDOT website where they update traffic and cameras and road conditions.
I see.
It's a 10-mile stretch between exit 78 and 88 that's closed between Zealy and Cranberry.
10 miles?
I think that's 10 miles, isn't it?
Whoa.
Both sides. They were reporting crashes on both sides of the interstate.
Jump in here, man.
Oh, no, he's right. The mile markers is 78 to 88, 10 miles, because you have a mile between mile markers for the most part. So, yep, he's right, about 10 miles.
So the only way to detour around that is 19.
Oh, man.
And people are still backed up on 19, as the last caller just stated as well.
All right.
And it's going to be backed up if we're talking 5 to 7 hours more.
And thank you for that, because the callers were calling in saying, where is the accident? Just tell us where it is. We understand that there's traffic, but where is the actual accident?
So repeat it again, please.
Yeah, so they have closed off between the Zealy-Nopal exit and the Cranberry-Mars exit. That's exit 78 to 88.
Oh.
So around those points, you've got to detour other ways. Again, that's about a 10-mile stretch.
That's massive.
So huge.
And so it appears as if about 10 o'clock or something, we had freezing rain, right?
Yeah, I guess it switched over. It switched over quickly to snow, and now it's all snow.
What do we have now outside? Doesn't look like much of an accumulation.
Yeah, it's still snowing, though.
Is it?
It's just like snow showers. It's nothing heavy, but it's
certainly not that craziness.
No, but it's constant. It's a steady clip out there.
Folks, 866-391-1020. If you're in this madness, 866-391-1020. That 10-mile stretch there, 79, 5 to 7 hours to clean up this madness. Meantime, Gary's trying again. Thanks, brother. Go ahead. Maybe even worse than the last connection. Sometimes in life, Gary, some things aren't meant to be. And maybe this great connection was never meant to happen. Because you tried 9 times, and it's not our fault. And it's not your fault, but we've had 6 bad connections with you. Maybe it's just not meant to be, my man. By the way, the Kelly that called is one of our really, really, really cool salespeople. And she's out there in this madness trying to get through it. If you're headed toward that area, you best get around it. If you're headed home, don't go that way. And if you don't have a plan B, you better come up with one. One of the things I like about Waze, which is why I leave it on all the time, Waze knows. And they will direct you away from this insanity and can save you a lot of time. If you're in this madness, 866-391-1020. If you're in this madness, 866-391-1020. All right, folks. Be careful out there. We'll take some calls when we get back.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. And brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
Protect your most valuable asset, your home sweet home, with PJ Fitzpatrick. They have the experience and know-how to ensure the structural integrity and energy efficiency of your roof. Trust PJ Fitzpatrick's 45 years of experience, thousands of 5-star reviews, and a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Our professionals install most roofs in just one day. PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. Visit trustpj.com today. That's trustpj.com.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Snow and 29 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. With their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor, trustpj.com. PennDOT is reminding drivers to be aware of weather conditions and to drive with caution. Case in point, an 18-plus vehicle pileup on a stretch of Butler County, leaving one person dead. The northbound lanes are closed from Cranberry to Zelienople. Southbound I-79 shut down from Zelienople to the Turnpike exit in Cranberry. State Trooper Bertha Casey tells KDK Radio the weather is most likely to blame.
I do believe it is weather related. Our troopers are still on scene trying to comb through everything.
Due to ice on the roads?
I believe so. Ice or snow on the roads.
In light of this massive pileup on I-79, PennDOT is reminding you to drive safely. News Radio KDK's David Bolorado has more.
Slow down and use caution in wintry conditions, especially, PennDOT says, driving during snow squalls or low visibility conditions. Social media and the hours after the accident are full of posts by frustrated drivers who say they've seen people flying past them on the snow-covered roads. PennDOT says if you don't have to travel in bad weather, don't. But if you do, make sure your lights are on so others can see you. Don't use cruise control on snow-covered, wet, or icy roads. And as last weekend's ice through the windshield accident demonstrated, state law says you need to clean all snow and ice off your vehicle before you hit the roads. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
A winter weather advisory now in effect with 1 to 3 inches of snow expected and wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. And a cold weather advisory starts at 1 a.m. Real field temperatures could drop as low as 18 below zero. After a year-long investigation, police announced a number of arrests in connection with a gun shop robbery in Allegheny County and also in Ohio. 79 guns were stolen in the 2025 burglaries, 24 of which were still unaccounted for. The illegal guns have been linked to several cases, including the death of a 7-year-old last month who had been handling the weapon with a 9-year-old when it went off, shooting him in the head. More than $270 million federal dollars are headed to projects across Pennsylvania, with millions earmarked for Allegheny County and Cranberry Township. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the details.
Senator Dave McCormick says the funding will support public safety, infrastructure, and economic growth statewide, with a strong local impact. In Allegheny County, the money includes upgrades to police and fire training facilities, storm and wastewater systems, blight removal in the Mon Valley, and major improvements to Ohio Riverlock and dam infrastructure. In Cranberry Township, $1 million is set aside to replace aging water lines along Route 19, a key commercial corridor. McCormick says the goal is keeping federal tax dollars working in Pennsylvania communities where they're needed most. Tamara Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
There's a new entrant interested in buying the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. It's the Hoffman family of companies, the same conglomerate buying the Penguins. The Pittsburgh Business Times report says David Hoffman revealed at an event in St. Louis his company is in discussions to buy the PG. The Hoffman Corporation owns around 120 newspapers. Block Communications says it will cease Post-Gazette operations in May. Block's vice chairman said he had no knowledge of Hoffman's efforts. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 1,015 points. The Nasdaq is up 423. The S&P 500 up 112 points. KDK Sports High School Basketball Game of the Week tonight. Gateway hosting McKeesport. Our coverage begins at 6. KDK Radio News time is 1:03. Time to call one of the health benefits at 724-799-8873 for the best affordable health care insurance plans tailored to your needs. Right now, snow and 29 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intermittent snow for the rest of today with a high near 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation 1 to at best 3 inches. Then very windy and turning bitterly cold late tonight with flurries and a low of 3. AccuWeather real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This happened in my house. Spent a lot of money during the holidays. Want to plan better this year. Hook me up, brother.
Oh, absolutely. The things you need to do is now is the time to be thinking about that Christmas club. And now's the time to make those plans with your family and friends instead of buying gifts for everyone. Put those names in a hat and pull them out. You want to be working on this now rather than waiting till a week before Christmas and then there's no time.
Plan ahead.
Absolutely.
Harold Shepley, ShepleyLaw.com.
Lamont is on the clock. Join Lamont to hear draft experiences from famous local football greats. On March 11th, Lamont welcomes Mel Blount and friends. Proceeds benefit the Mel Blount Youth Initiative. Visit LamontPittsburgh.com/upcoming for sponsorships and ticket info.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm getting constant updates on this accident on 79 near Zelia. It's a 10-mile. What's the mile marker again, Patrick?
Between 78 and 88. That's
right.
The Cranberry Mars exit and the Zelia Opal exit.
So 10 miles. I just got this from Butler, 1104 transport to UPMC, 1112 transport to AGH. Wow. 1116 transport to AGH. These are the folks injured, being moved to local hospitals. 1125, a patient with head injury awaiting EMS. 1130, another patient being transported to AHN Wexford. 1145, transporting 2 patients to Cranberry. 1146, transporting 1 to Cranberry. What this suggests is the severity of this accident and how many people were hurt. So we have 1 death reported. Where we hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 more injured. And these are just the the latest numbers. In the middle of this right now is Joe on 19. Joe, thanks for calling, brother. What are you seeing, man?
Hey, Marty. Yeah, I'm on 19 South now. I came down from Erie. I actually started this morning in Plum. This started to get bad around 8 o'clock. First exit was at 228. Then I seen another car in the middle at 85. I went to Erie and back, come southbound, seeing that the road was closed. And, people just don't adhere to the warnings, man. It started getting icy around 8:15 this morning.
Wow.
And I went all the way to Erie and back. It's actually worse down here than it does up there. But my average speed was about 45, 50 mile an hour all the way to Erie and back.
So
traffic,
what are you driving, man?
I'm in a tractor trailer. I have a headset on, so I'm legal.
No, cool, man. I love you doing this. So when you say you got bad early, what happened early? What happened? What did you see? What did you feel?
Well, I got off the turnpike at Cranberry. It was just light snow. Started heading northbound. There was a couple cars at the yield point from 228 there that I guess merging must have collided, and then from Cranberry up to Zelienople, like I said, this was probably about 8:15. It was light snow, but there was enough that the left lane you could see everything was freezing over.
Oh.
And of course, everything started freezing on my windshield. So, I mean, that's a telltale sign when you see, freezing on your windshield, the roads are going to be next. And, that's what happens. People just don't adhere to warnings and drive like idiots. I've been doing this for 30 years, and it's always people driving too fast for conditions.
Hey,
it's sad.
With a rig like yours, does it start to move around?
No, I mean, I take my time. I lost a little bit of traction earlier going north up on close to Erie, but I just back out of it and get a little slower. But you can drive it, and it's not treacherous. You just gotta watch your speed. You can't do 70 mile an hour on icy conditions.
And this massive pileup from the ice, you think, and fast speeding drivers, right?
Absolutely. Again, Marty, I've been doing this for 30 years. People don't adhere to warnings. Everybody's in a hurry, and they think that they're invincible. And one car slides or crashes, and it's just a chain of events. And, it's just crazy the way people drive anymore.
Hey, Joe, 10 miles.
Now, I can't see the scene. Yeah, I can't see the scene yet. I'm approaching part of it now, but, as I get south on 79, I can see it over there now. There's quite a few cars up there, but this is between Route 19, Evans City exit, and the Zelienople exit here. I can see them can't see much because it's in the distance, but you can see there's cars over there on the interstate.
Where the hell do people go around this, man? What's your...
So that's the traffic on 19. Coming south, you have to get off at 88, which is the Evans City exit, Zelienople exit. And it's backed all the way, and now I'm going south towards Cranberry, so you have to go all the way down to Cranberry to jump back on at 228 in the turnpike.
And is that backed up where you're at right now?
Yes. Well, going south, it's starting to clear up below Zelienople, but going north, everybody coming north from Cranberry is backed up all the way up into Zelienople. It's just too much traffic and too little road. So.
Hey, Joe, what are the conditions right now on the road?
19 is just wet. Part of the further north, it was a little bit more snow covered between Portersville and Zelienople. It was light snow covered. It's still currently very light snow, but right now it's just wet.
Hey Joe, what was it like up near Erie?
About the same, because Erie's a little further north than what this clipper was coming through. But I definitely seen a lot more salt trucks out that way than I did over here. Okay, Marty, I'm coming to the scene now. I'm looking over to my left. I can see all the emergency vehicles, and I see a couple of tractor trailers. I see there looks like they're going north, and traffic's all backed up behind them. I can see at least 15, 20 emergency vehicles. This is directly across from the auto auction place there on 19 there.
Yeah.
So.
How many
I
cars?
can see all the vehicles over there.
How many cars piled up, brother?
From what I can see, there's at least 6 or 7 that I can see from my vantage point now. But like I said, this stretches over a 10-mile area, so I'm sure there's more.
Madness, man. Crazy.
Yes, it is.
And
crazy.
People need to stay the hell out of that area.
Yes, well, that's the problem. I mean, all the traffic for 79 has to get off on the 19, so you got the little town of Zelienople that's just, flooded with traffic right now, and there's no police with traffic control there, so it's just the traffic lights and too many vehicles and not enough road.
Hey, my man, while I have you, being a driver for this long, we had that horrible accident the other day where the girl got hit by the ice that came off a semi. How the hell can you avoid that as a driver, man?
Well, it's always one of my biggest concerns, Marty. It's never happened to me because I try to, look at my trailer when I'm driving. But what people have to realize, when you get 12 to 15 inches of snow, we can't just get up on your truck and just push the snow off. Now, there are some companies, bigger companies, they have a
brushes,
big giant metal thing. It's like a squeegee that you can adjust it and you run your trailer under it and it pushes the snow off. But I don't know how many companies have that, but they do have that type of machine that does that for trucks. But majority of your trucks don't get that, especially when they're sitting all the time.
Hell
and
yeah.
And when you get a snow mixed with ice, that just makes it worse.
Awful.
And thank God it's never happened to me, but it has always been a concern of mine because when you're driving a truck with all that snow on top, it's going to go somewhere.
Hell yeah.
And I saw that accident when I came back on the news the other day, and I felt for that lady. And everybody wants to blame a truck driver, but you have to put yourselves in our shoes too. We can't just get up there, stand on top of our trailers, and knock snow off because there's no way of doing it.
Plus, my man, regular passenger cars do the same damn thing. Come on.
Exactly. I see it every day.
Come on, man.
6-7 inches of snow on people's cars.
Yep.
I've seen people driving down the road without barely seeing out their window.
Yep. Hey, man, what are you seeing right now?
Well, I'm almost into Cranberry now. It's the roads are just wet.
Okay.
Traffic's freeing up a little bit, but like I said, from Zelienople from Cranberry up to Zelienople, it's just back to back on 19 traffic.
Joe, you're a great pleasure, man. You really helped a lot today. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, thanks, Marty. Have a good day.
Good stuff. Really, really, really good stuff from a really, really, really smart driver, and I love that kind of information. Are you in the middle of this? 866-391-1020. You in the middle of this? 866-391-1020. Give us a buzz.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Time now for a Black History Month Spotlight.
Today, we recognize the groundbreaking impact of Pittsburgh's Freedom House ambulance service. Born out of the Hill District in 1967, it was the nation's first community-based EMS, staffed largely by African Americans, providing emergency care where it was desperately needed. Freedom House paramedics pioneered life-saving procedures, trained to unprecedented standards, and answered thousands of calls, saving hundreds of lives. Their innovations in ambulance design and paramedic training set the foundation for modern emergency medical services. Today, that legacy continues with Freedom House 2.0, a program training first responders from underserved communities, continuing to transform healthcare in Pittsburgh and beyond.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-960-3377. That's 800-960-3377. 800-960-3377.
A senior citizen sent me a note that they couldn't afford the nursing home they were in, and they were going to be charged exorbitant fees. Sent it to Julian Gray. He got in the middle of it, worked out a deal, got them into a better place. Julian Gray just set up an entire estate plan for myself and my entire family. They take care of your life right now and your estate right now. Julian Gray, grayelderlaw.com, 412-458-6000, the best.
Vaping and smoking can affect more than just your health. The materials in cigarettes and vapes turn into toxic waste that ends up in our waterways, soil, and harms wildlife. This is real. Protect your future in more ways than one. Tobacco-free Adagio Health and the PA Quit line offer judgment-free support at no cost to help you quit smoking or vaping for good. Visit adagiohealth.org/tobacco-free or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. File your taxes for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. Just file on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th. Valid for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Fabulous February savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, fresh split chicken breast, $1.99 a pound. In the produce department, Sunkist navel oranges, 8-pound bags, $5.99 each. In our deli, Silver Star Square bologna, $7.99 a pound. Additional savings, Heinz tomato ketchup, 29 to 38-ounce bottles, $3.99 each.
It's happening now at Coons Market. Coons Market, a special place in your neighborhood. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The accident has taken over that a part of 79, 10 mile back up. Stay away from there. I hope you got it. I hope you folks made it home safely. I don't think we got that kind of snow and sleet here in this region, but in this part of the city, I know we're looking out the window, the parking lots are wet, but it's not that bad. Meantime, we have the Attorney General coming up in about 10 minutes to focus on the amount of juvenile crime that we're seeing and why it's so important that they make these arrests yesterday and how they're not giving up. We have seen the legal system corrupted by a far left-leaning group of judges. Using as an example the case of the juvenile they're now looking for in Uniontown tonight, right now. He killed a guy last night. And he killed a guy because he was out in the streets. And he was out in the streets because a judge felt bad for him when he was 14 years old. And he murdered someone and let him go. I'm not exaggerating. It's a fact. And I find it fascinating that now he killed again. And they have their blood on their hands. This is not working. And Dave Sunday, the Attorney General, agrees. His folks kicked ass. So did Allegheny County Police. So did Pittsburgh cops who are all involved in this. It's not that difficult to understand what happens if you're a teenager. In fact, one of our guests, Lisa, said, and she's right, they're compulsive and impulsive. And when I was that age, I did something until I got caught because I thought it was funny. And I liked the buzz. Of course, I wasn't pulling off robberies and stealing guns, but I was stealing cars. We thought it was funny and mildly entertaining and kept our attention until we all got arrested. And then we changed our minds. And my point is, at that age, well, some of the video we've been showing is a 12-year-old who pulled off one of these robberies at a gun store. And the fact of the matter is that he does it because he can. And Lisa also mentioned, and Patrick's streaming that video right now, Lisa Fabus, who's a juvenile probation officer, her husband's a homicide cop, so she kind of knows this stuff. And she's a gun expert, is that when you're that age, a couple of things matter to you. Girls and your peers. And when your peers are stealing, you're stealing. It's why I stole. So a guy would go and say, steal this, and then we would all go and steal that. We had to actually, and thank God my parents aren't alive because they got disgusted with my impulsiveness when I was 14, 15, and 16. We had this club, and to join the club, you had to steal this hat. This is ignorant and stupid, and I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you. And my point is that we all did. so we all could be part of this ridiculous, ignorant club. And the same thing happened with cars. We would all challenge each other to steal cars, and then we would because we thought it was funny until it wasn't. Fortunately for me, I had a father who kicked my ass and a mother who made sure I stayed on the right path after I fell off of that path. And the point is that most of these teenagers, including the 12-year-old, they're impulsive and compulsive, and their peers are all thieves. And so what they do is, on a nightly basis, they go and steal these Kias because they're easy to steal. And then they drive around in them, and then they steal guns because they can. And then they go sell the guns, and they rinse and repeat, and they think it's funny. And then it continues, it perpetuates itself. And the problem is, with the teens arrested yesterday, and 8 of them were arrested yesterday, and they confiscated 60 guns. The longer they get away with it, the more they would do it. And again, my stuff was petty and ignorant and immature. And I had a father who kicked my ass and stopped that madness, and a judge who said, Mr. Griffin, stop, or the next time you're going to jail, and I stopped. Everybody does not have that advantage that I had, and it saved my life. Unfortunately, the numbers show that of the about 300 teens that fit this category right now that are out in the streets committing crimes, at least 10 are dead that should be in jail. Dead that should be in jail, alive. Gary, go ahead.
Yes, Marty.
Yeah, man.
How are you? I've spoken with you before.
See?
Let's not forget there was one adult involved. I'm not saying that 12-year, 13-year-olds and so on are not capable of that. The very few of them are, however.
I have no idea what you're talking about. They arrested 8 juveniles yesterday. You know something I don't?
Well, there was an adult involved.
Who?
Who was also arrested.
Okay. 18 arrested
the one,
I have. Huh? What's your point?
Well, he's the one that indoctrinated all these youngsters.
Nah. Sorry, Charlie. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're watching too much Magnum PI. It's not happening. Folks, he's wrong. I appreciate the call, but you're wrong. And I only know you're wrong because of my man JK and Lisa, who live this. This has nothing to do with some adult leading them around like this. They're idiots, and they sit around like idiots do, because I did it at a different level, and they say, hey, man, let's hit this gun store. Hey, Patrick, do we ever see one video, because he's streaming these videos, do we ever see one adult in any of these videos, ever? Never.
No.
No. Come on, Gary.
If they are, it's hard to tell because they're surrounded by a gang of teens.
They're 12.
That are 12 and up.
One of the kids, Gary, was from the Rocks. And his mom was bragging that her son stole these guns and was selling them in the Rocks. Mom is dead. Mom has been murdered. And the son's out there on the streets. And the son was sending packages. This just happened. Of illegal guns. Of illegal drugs to different houses in the Rocks that he would then pick up from the porch and sell the dope. And the son, because mom's dead, is being raised by grandma. And I'm trying to find out if the feds snatched up the son yesterday. But just understand what I just talked about, Gary. Mom, dead. Son, a felon. Stealing guns and selling drugs. Being raised by grandma in the Rocks. It's a horrifying American tragedy playing itself out on our streets every single damn day, and it makes me sick.
UPMC Hillman Cancer Center. We believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanging.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
After my accident, people warned me to slow down. I said, I don't know how. Thanks to my VA care team, I haven't.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
My retired friends are going back to work. I'm worried Social Security won't be enough. BenefitsCheckup.org connected me to $1,000 a month for food and medicine. It's free. Visit BenefitsCheckup.org today.
Supported by the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Light snow and 29 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. PennDOT is reminding drivers to be aware of weather conditions and to drive with caution. Case in point, an 18-plus vehicle pileup on a stretch of Butler County, leaving at least one person dead. The northbound lanes are closed from Cranberry to Zelian-Opal. Southbound I-79 is shut down from Zelian-Opal to the Turnpike exit in Cranberry. State Trooper Bertha Casey tells the KDKA newsroom this weather is a big problem.
I do believe it is weather related. Our troopers are still on scene trying to comb through everything.
Due to ice on the roads?
I believe so. Ice or snow on the roads.
She says the road will be closed for at least 5 hours. Several crashes also being reported on Interstate 70 Friday afternoon. Road closures near the split with Interstate 79 in Washington County. Pennsylvania State Police say we're handling multiple crashes. If you are driving, be on the lookout for changing road conditions and emergency vehicles. South Strabane Fire Department reports the westbound lane is closed after the 519 ramp on I-70. This is after at least 18 vehicles crashed north of Pittsburgh on I-79. A Wilmerding man has been arrested by Allegheny County Sheriff's deputies on a number of child pornography charges. News Radio KDK's David Botterato has more.
43-year-old Anthony D'Alessandro was arrested Friday on 5 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of criminal use of a communications facility. That's following an investigation that started back in November of 2024. Investigators say his Android phone contained numerous sexually explicit videos, including 5 with toddlers. Their affidavit says D'Alessandro told them he frequently breaks his phones because subconsciously he doesn't like what he's doing, saying he used to look down on people like that until about 10 years ago when his daughter died and something changed inside him. David Botterato, News Radio, KDKA.
The musician headlining the alternate Super Bowl halftime show is coming to Burgettstown in June. Kid Rock's tour is scheduled to be at the Pavilion at Star Lake on Saturday, June 20th. General ticket sales start Friday the 13th at Ticketmaster.com. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 1,015 points. The Nasdaq up 430. The S&P 500 up 111 points. KDK Radio News Time, 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, Marty. Why did MediConnect choose to sponsor the Warmathon and KDKA Radio? Well, their folks see firsthand the pressures, financial pressures, seniors are facing every day. No senior should overpay for services that may be included in over 70 different Medicare options. There's never a fee for MediConnect's top-rated service to assist seniors in finding the right Medicare plan. Call MediConnect, 888-818-6334, or visit MediConnectInsurance.com.
Come with me to Get My Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory from 1 a.m. tomorrow morning through 10 a.m. Sunday. The rest of today will be cloudy with on and off snow. Untreated surfaces can be slippery, the high 30. Some snow early tonight, even a heavier squall in places. Total accumulation between 1 and perhaps 3 inches. Then very windy and turning sharply colder late tonight with flurries, the low 3. AccuWeather real field temperatures drop to 20 below. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us Monday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. You will hear from the winners of the Super Bowl. Not the players, the commercials, and a whole lot more Monday morning.
AG stepped up, man. Dave Sunday's the man. I'm a big fan. Why? Two things. He's aggressive about arrests, and then he says, let's fix this problem. Then he says, let's not toss these people aside. Let's try and rehabilitate them. He sees all of this. And the other thing that I saw that went down, we were the first ones that broke this story at it live when they were arresting these idiotic teens, is that this notion that the feds can't work with the state, can't work with the locals. Sunday and his people with the AG's office disproved that premise. They work with the ATF, they work with county police, and they work with Pittsburgh police. And we're lucky enough to have the Attorney General on the phone. Good morning, Dave. How are you, sir? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Marty. I'm doing wonderful. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
You made, honestly, brother, you made a bold statement with this in your people. You said, enough. Enough with the robberies. Yep. Enough with the gun store burglaries. Enough with the juveniles. This madness stop. Did you not, sir?
I did. It's outrageous. I mean, this is just beyond the pale. When you have juveniles stealing, conducting burglaries where they're stealing over 79 firearms, right? And then they're selling it like they're in a movie or something. I mean, this is real life. I mean, this is unbelievably dangerous. It is absurd. And, I'm very proud of the work that law enforcement did together, working every single level from federal down to local PD, everybody working together to get this done. I mean, Marty, it is a Herculean lift on the part of police to have to work so hard, and they did it.
Yep.
And they connected the dots.
Yep.
and they were able to investigate this gun by gun, and so far recovering 55 of the 79 firearms.
Dave Sunday, the PA Attorney General. What's wild, Dave, is I'm sitting there looking at this live stream of the initial gun store robbery. My man, there's a 12-year-old, 12 years old, in the damn gun store. And Dave, they commit these crimes with impunity, kind of. This sends a message they can't, sir, right?
Absolutely. I mean, every stolen firearm here is a direct threat to public safety. I mean, one of these firearms was connected to a fatal shooting of a 7-year-old boy in Pittsburgh. I'm not sure if you saw that or not.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is unbelievably concerning. It's very, very real. And for these juveniles that think this is a joke, it's important for them to understand that they will be arrested and they will be prosecuted because we will absolutely not tolerate this in any way, shape, or form.
However, as I say, Dave, we have seen kind of a pattern of judges who get these kids and say, he's not competent, and send them home to mommy, sir. That's dangerous, sir, is it not?
Right. That can be dangerous. You're right. I view that through the lens of the work that we have to do. And what I mean by that is there are some things that we can control and we can't control. What we cannot do is say, okay, well, some of these juveniles might be released. We might disagree with that. So we're just going to stand down. Right. We're going to just keep moving forward and aggressively investigate and prosecute every single one of these cases. We're going to do our job, and we're going to do it to the best of our ability, and then we'll take it from there.
Attorney General Dave Sunday, the gun store owners had kind of sort of given up, sleeping in their stores with their guns cocked. Honestly, this. Waiting. Not a real pleasant way to make a living, sir, is it?
No, it's not. And that's unfortunate is an understatement. My hope is that that's not the case. And I think that, the more we can make these arrests and prosecute these individuals, then hopefully it'll be safer. I mean, that's just a sad state of affairs. And, if our communities aren't safe, literally nothing else matters. And so I'm sorry to hear that. And that's why, honestly, Marty, that's why, everybody's working together on these cases. You're going to see more and more of that. I'm very proud. I'm so proud of the work that all these different police are doing together.
Oh, no, I love it. Because you hear about all this headbutting. This wasn't that, sir. This was a team working together that made a difference, yes?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have, the federal ATF.
Yep.
You have Allegheny County Police Department, the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police, the Office of Attorney General, other local departments. And I'm going to tell you, Marty, to be honest, I've been a prosecutor now for, I think, almost 19 years. And, you hear these stories about, people not getting along or things like that. But in my career, I'm going to tell you that every single day for all of those years, law enforcement officers have worked together. They've collaborated on huge cases, and they have had tons of outstanding victories in really important cases. And so what we see in the news oftentimes doesn't reflect the reality of these professional public servants and their dedication to community safety and working together.
My man, you know what I love? I love you seeing your people involved in big drug cases at the bus station downtown and big arrests in the heart of the city and in massive arrests of teens to fight crime. Law and order, sir. You get it. And I respect and admire the fact that you give a damn. That means a lot, Dave. It does.
Oh, we do. I mean, and you have to build relationships. I mean, I have built an outstanding relationship with the new mayor in Pittsburgh.
Love him.
And so we are all everybody's coming together on these issues. I mean, there's tons of issues out there, Marty, where people want to just be together. They want to get it done. I mean, these are human issues.
Right.
If you have a child, if you have loved ones, I mean, even just for yourself, we want our community to be a place where people can feel safe. And that's an important part. And I believe that is not only our statutory duty, mine as an AG, but it's also our ethical and moral duty as well.
There's a dark side and a tragic side to this. One of the teens you snatched yesterday, his mom's dead. She was shot and killed. He's being raised by his grandmother. So you have these lost boys out there, sir. You know what I mean? Committing crazy crimes that most adults wouldn't imagine. That, too, sir, is an American tragedy, isn't it?
It's an absolute American tragedy. I mean, and I'm really happy you brought that up because, we can't look at these crimes in a vacuum. I mean, the reality is you have to have accountability. So there must be accountability. And, I talk about accountability and redemption. On the other side of it, you want people to change their lives around. I mean, what are we doing to make sure we're in a place where children, are growing up in a way that they won't turn to crime like this? I mean, we can't stop all the problems of the world, but at the same time, I mean, what happened in certain juveniles' lives to put them at a place where this is even something they even considered?
Dave, imagine this, man. You're 12 years old. Me and you are riding bikes, man. We're like, can I get an ice cream here? How about a popsicle? You got a 12-year-old.
Man, when I was 12,
Go.
I was rolling around in dirt. I don't even know what I was doing.
Right on. And you got this 12-year-old kid robbing a friggin' gun store. Come on, man.
No, I mean, it breaks my heart. I mean, it makes me, to be honest, I mean, it really just breaks my heart. I mean, my son's 11 and, and they're babies.
Right
you know
on,
what I mean?
brother.
They're babies. So,
Dave Sunday, the man, I appreciate you doing this, man. It's important stuff. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it. God bless. Have a good day.
That man gets it. And I'm serious about this. I don't say what you want about he's a Republican or Democrat. I could give a damn. That man hits home runs. That man has people on the streets that give a damn. That man sees the big picture. I love the guy and see a lot of hope and promise because we have people like that as leaders.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
At PJ Fitzpatrick, you don't have to pick between affordability and quality. You can get American-made windows that are beautiful, affordable, and energy efficient. Plus, you can trust PJ Fitzpatrick with their 45 years of experience, thousands of 5-star reviews, and lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. You can have it all. Visit trustpj.com today for a free design consultation. That's trustpj.com.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
It's the KDKA Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week, powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Every Friday at 6, we bring you the best players, the best sounds of the game, and the best matchups in the WPIAL. This week, McKeesport visits Gateway, presented by Invisalign, Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine, official sports medicine of high school basketball, and brought to you by tobacco-free Adagio Health, only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Why would a guy in financial services pick a fight with the financial industry? Because in many cases, the system they built works more for them than it does for you. Tune in for a new kind of retirement show with Greg Ayler. Now at a new time, Saturdays at 5 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the Education Director of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Tim Neff.
Army Corporal Stanley P. Klapkowski of Allegheny County was awarded the Silver Star for gallantry in action in France on the 8th of August, 1944. Corporal Klapkowski was the gunner in the lead tank, which came suddenly upon 12 vehicles towing anti-aircraft weapons. His tank swung rapidly into action, taking the enemy vehicles under fire by surprise. The courageous action and excellent gunnery of Corporal Klapkowski quickly knocked out the enemy guns and destroyed all 12 of the vehicles with only one round for each. His expert gunnery and courage prevented the escape of the enemy convoy, enabling our troops to bypass the position and cut off the retreat of the enemy forces.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial reflects the valor and heroism that shaped this great country. Consider a tax-deductible donation. Visit soldiersandsailorshall.org for more information.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
The popularity of cremation is on the rise. Unfortunately, so is the cost. I'm Dustin D'Alessandro, supervisor and funeral director. To keep the cost down, the Thomas M. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory Limited in Blawnox and the D'Alessandro Funeral Home and Crematory Limited in Lawrenceville have on-site crematories. By performing the cremation on-site without losing custody of the remains, our funeral homes can defray those costs and pass the savings on to you. Our fee for a direct cremation is only $1,250. This low-cost, direct cremation offer is available to all residents of Allegheny County. Surrounding counties will incur a slight additional fee based on mileage. Contact us with questions or to schedule an appointment by calling the Blawnox office at 412-828-5700 or our Lawrenceville office at 412-682-6500. Our websites are thomasmsmithfuneralhome.com and DeLisandroLTD.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. It seems as though a new potential buyer may have emerged for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. David Hoffman, founder and chairman of the Florida-based Hoffman family of companies, stated publicly yesterday that his company is in discussions to buy the paper, which is currently owned by Toledo, Ohio-based Block Communications. The Hoffman family of companies, notably, is the same company that in December reached a deal to acquire the Pittsburgh Penguins from Fenway Sports Group. It also has a corporate office in Illinois. Also, when DeBella Weinheimer merges into Burns White next month, a well-known lawyer isn't part of the deal. In fact, Amy Coco, a longtime shareholder at DeBella Weinheimer, is launching her own namesake practice on the same date, March 1st, 2026. Think of her as a lawyer for lawyers. The law office of Amy Coco, based downtown, focuses on professional responsibility for lawyers, judges, and law students. She represents legal professionals in ethics, disciplinary, and risk management matters, including conflicts, confidentiality, fees, advertising, law practice and management, and career transitions, whether to the bench, a new firm, or in retirement. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Be careful. I'm getting text that it's slick everywhere. This thin layer of ice everywhere. Be careful. I got to do this pens thing. This is actually fascinating. So, a little background. The family, the folks that I know that have met with the Hoffmans, they're the new owners of the pens, tell me they're cool, like really nice. The rub on the owners of the pens, the old owners, the Boston egotists, was that they put nothing back into the community. In fact, that's one of the reasons why Kevin Ackland, who was my man, as you know, walked away, because they didn't do enough in town, and Ackland wanted them to. They all departed as friends, but just saying. I'm told that this Hoffman family that bought the multi-billionaires, they have the means and expertise. That's what I'm being told this morning. David Hoffman, I don't know any of these people, is in town next week, closing the deal for the Pens. And they're going to talk about the possibility of investing in or purchasing the Post-Gazette. Fascinating. We did some checking. They have a substantial newspaper business. Again, I knew nothing about this till I saw this name 3 days ago. They have a background. They want to make a mark on Pittsburgh to suggest they're not like the Boston arrogance, that they're just here to make money, that they want to do more for this town. The rub was that the Boston folks who owned the Pens just wanted to sell them, and they did, and they made $700 million and moved on. The rub on the Hoffman family is that they're not like that they want to be local. They want to make a mark, and that they could jump into the mix and, in essence, save the Post-Gazette. Look, the Business Times did a great story in this, and good for them. The only thing I would say, and again, I'm not in these conversations, I just know people who are, is that the blocks. Let me read this. The entire block communications business goes down the tubes, and they write the whole thing off if they do not fix this problem. How about that? Wow. And they blame what they call greedy union, which is ignorant. The only thing that stands in the way of this happening, and I'm hearing this from several people, the blocks will not provide access to the books. They can't easily extract, and this again from insiders working on this deal, the blocks cannot extract the PG from their other businesses. They're intertwined, and it can't easily be extracted or sold. Again, I don't know anything about this. I'm just telling you. Here's the other thing. I'm told from folks who have been at the table with the blocks. The entire family wants out of the business, which I can understand, and they're using the union as an excuse. The blocks hate Pittsburgh. I was just told this by people who have sat in the room with them. The Block family has not fully engaged. Wow. And some believe they would rather see it die than be successful, the PG. Wow. How about that? How about that? And let me say this. The Philadelphia Inquirer, they've been talking to them because they have a model, and again, I don't know this stuff, where they operate like a nonprofit business and have access to the Lenfest Foundation. They built sustainable models, nonprofit papers, and they're offering support. All right? I know nothing about this stuff. This is being passed on to me from folks who know that there is a model that works. I hope so. I really do. The reporters at the Post-Gazette are valid and important. The content at the Post-Gazette is valid and important. And we need it. And I hope to hell this Hoffman family is what I'm hearing. And I would have no reason to doubt my source because the man's at the table. I don't know about the blocks. Never met them. Regarding the unions will be part of this deal. You can't just say, screw the unions, let's hire a bunch of $8 an hour people and start a paper. It just doesn't work like that. Don't make the unions the villains in this. Don't. I told my wife this last night. You know, honey, this crap that they can burn down a newspaper, metaphorically, and start over with 12-year-olds making $8 an hour and flourish is a bald-faced lie. At the end of the day, folks need to make a living. Stands to reason. I hope to hell they save the Post-Gazette. And we will do everything in our power with our platform and influence to make that happen. All right? All right. Colin's next.
Who's in and who